This is bull crap. That mean I can't move the mic. I want to see, can anybody hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Anybody hear me now? Sounds back. Oh, okay. It happens every time I move the mic. YouTube never give me my sound back for some reason. So I just got to keep my mic right there because my mic was over here and I tried to put it over here and then I did this. So, all right, everybody can hear me, man. We're good. All right. Y'all hear my sound? Y'all hear my sound? Y'all hear the sound. I guess I can't touch the mic. Because I tried to put the mic back in. It wouldn't work again, you know. Loud and clear. How y'all doing, everybody? Once again, y'all, this is an open mic. Anybody want to come in and talk? I'm free. I'm free. What's up, Kristen? You know? Good to see you. Hold on, let me go. I don't like looking down. It be looking like I fall asleep when I do it, but I don't fall asleep. I better just look up right here. All right, I better just look up right here at y'all. So I can look towards y'all. Is that okay? All right, I'm right here. All right, this is better now. I can see y'all. Look at this. Dude, hands on the mic. Mic drop. Boom. Yes, I'm back, Nacho. I'm back, y'all. No, I didn't see the video. My text is going up so fast. I didn't see the video. I'm going to check those out. Oh, man. It's always... Oh, yeah, the shooting. Yeah. Okay, looking great. Thank you, everybody. I'm just here. I'm off today. But we are the people. I'm going to tell you this. We the people, right, got to learn to be honest with each other, to be honest with ourselves. You know, because we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to everybody. We owe it to each other. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with ourselves, to be honest, you know, and that's the problem. Well, look, with a lot of people in this movement, they're not honest with themselves. People ask me opinions. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was on Zach King's show and with Verse 10, we was on Sunday and not everybody, look, let's just face reality. Not everybody going to agree with each other. Not everybody. I said over again. I sound like a broken record. Not everybody going to agree with each other, you know? Yeah. Hold on. We get back to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to do a talk about that real soon, but I'm going to speak more intelligently on there and start doing more like a research on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they do look the same. That's that same shooter up in that Vegas. That's under the same victim, you know? Wow, that was there, man. This is scary, y'all. This is scary. That's why I keep telling people we are standing on dangerous grounds. We are standing on dangerous ground, you know? You know, we was talking about identity politics the other day, me, Uber guy, and you know what I'm saying, Truth Talk, and Zach King, Mike Nibison, we was talking about identity politics, man. It's like, man, this is deeper than it is, that people think it is. Okay, you can listen. That's all good, Angie. I would love you to come on here with me one of these days, Angie. You know, we don't do some Facebook stuff together. Come on here. We just do a one-on-one video, man. You know, I'm actually going to do some videos like late night. I do videos like 4, 5, 6 people. Could be 10 people, right? But I'm like twice a week do some one-on-one videos, like for an hour, you know, with different guests because I want to change my platform a little bit, you know, more, you know. But I have the regulars on late night. The late night, it'll be everybody, the regulars, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do a one-on-one. I'm actually gonna do a one-on-one video with Coleman a little later. You know what I'm saying? You know, as soon as she get back to me, because we're gonna do something today. You know what I'm saying? We didn't set no schedule because like whatever. I ain't gotta set no schedule. You know? Y'all catch me. Look, y'all like, subscribe, and share. Y'all got the notification button. You get the notification when you get the notification. You dig? You get it. You know? It's real, y'all. We are people in this movement that are totally different than each other. You know, people ask me, right? Okay, you got the Blacks movement, you got different movements in the Patriot movement, right? You got Turn Point USA, you got the Walkaway movement. You know what? I love them. I think everybody, it's a different place for different people. You know what I'm saying? Different time, but we all have the same agenda. You know what I'm saying? But we all need to use these movements. That we all got different movements and use that to go ahead and destroy the left, to go destroy the globalists, to go destroy them. You know, like me personally, I feel more connected. I feel connected a lot, but the walkaway movement, that's what I feel, because it's like the walkaway movement. The walkaway movement, you know what I'm saying? It's not even just about supporting Trump. You know what I'm saying? Walkaway movement's more like a seed has been planted. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's unique. Everybody's unique on different platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because my platform is different than other people. Some people don't allow cussing on their platform, right? Some people don't. I allow cussing on my platform. I do. This is my platform. Why not? I don't care. Freedom of speech, right? Freedom of speech. So I'm loyal to that. Freedom of speech. Just don't, try to get flagged. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you got freedom of speech. You can cuss all you want to. You know what I'm saying? I might not cuss sometimes, right? So yeah, I'll slip out, do this in video, but you know what I'm saying, but I try not to. But I don't care if you come on with every dropping F-bombs on my stuff. I really don't care. I really don't care. What's the difference of doing that on mine? And I'm out there at a Trump rally, I dropping F-bombs and talking like whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. Voice your opinions over here. You that voice. Be that voice over here. You said, Gina, I watch only the best on YouTube, and you're one of the best. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That I'm one of the best. And when I first did my live videos, I wasn't playing. I told you that many times. I wasn't trying to be the best. I was just trying to be the voice. I was trying to be that voice. I was trying to be that one that'll destroy tradition. I'm trying to be that voice to help destroy political correctness, to destroy it. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I'm still trying to do, is be that voice that's destroying the globalists, that's destroying socialism, to be that voice. To be that voice to go against the negative people that's trying to bring positive people down. Because I tell you this, positive organization produce positive, productive people, which we are. You know what I'm saying? And we are positive organization. We gotta be organized. We got to stay organized. And when we stay organized, you dig? We have to stay connected when we stay organized. Because if we don't stay organized, we're gonna eventually branch off into cliques. But it's cool. If you want to branch off the clique, it's fine. But still remember where you came from. Be productive. What's going on, Blore? How you doing? You got to be productive. Be productive. Be productive in everything you do. You ain't got to be perfect, but you got to be productive. You got to be positive. You got Florida ballots, you know what I'm saying? You got Arizona ballots is a mess, and you got Wisconsin. Y'all know I'm over here right now. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. Ain't nothing but hot garbage. That's all it is. It's hot garbage. You know what I'm saying? You know how garbage smells? Like, ooh, that garbage smell. You're pat that garbage be around 90 to 100 degrees, and you smell like hot garbage. How it was really cooking. How it was really you know what I'm saying, turn your nose. How it was really turning people away. I'm just saying. I am just saying, yo. Stanky garbage. That's what it is. Stanky garbage. It ain't smelling good. So, and it ain't, you know what I'm saying? But it may look like it ain't looking good, but even though it ain't smelling good, but we got to be the one that stand behind each other, that stand with each other, that walk in unity. You know? So what's going on, Josephine? Yeah, you said, I believe there's a fraud in this. There is a fraud in this. Of course, there's a fraud in this. There is a fraud in this, and they don't. You know why people fraud? You know why people put involve fraudness in here? You know why they do that? You know why they do that? Because they don't like truth. They don't like the truth bomb. They don't like truth bomb. They I'm gonna put this. They don't like realness. You know, as soon as the nicer you be to them, the more evil they get. The more truth that you give them, the more lies that they bring to you, the more lies that they give to you. You know, and even though we have our president, we have Republicans in the House. You know what I'm saying? Republican as a president, a Republican president. Even though we have that, but we still got Democrats and rhinos in the House. We still got Democrats and rhinos in the House. We still got that. And as long as we still got that, we're going to always have a stumbling block. We're going to always have that. We're going to always have people that cause us to stumble, or they're going to try to catch us to stumble, because look, they can even cause us to stumble and take us there and make us want to knock an Antifa out and make us want to cuss them out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They can cause us to stumble. They are dividers. And not only they are dividers, they are liars. And the what ain't in them? The truth ain't in them. You know why the truth ain't in them? Because lies is in them. Deception is in them. That you know what I'm saying? That urge to manipulate is in them. To manipulate. Yep. I'm just being real, yo. I'm just being real. There's so much deception, y'all. There's so much deception. It's a spirit. It's a spirit, y'all. And they bear with me, y'all, because I'm just kind of all over the place, like I'm always is. I'm always all over the place. I'm just like, man, there's just so much crap going on, man. So much crap, and I'm getting freaking tired of this. But guess what? I'm with y'all. Y'all stuck with me because I'm ready to fight. Y'all stuck with me. Y'all stuck with Maurice Delk crazy self right here. Yo, y'all got to talk to each other in the chat room, man. Let me go ahead and try to do something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, man, I'm tired of these manipulating people. There's too much crap going on right here. Too much crap going on. California, man. California gonna lose a lot of money more. You think they already broke? They're gonna be broker than ever. You know, you're gonna get people leaving their jobs, leave California. You're gonna get people just leaving, just be like walking by faith, not by sight. Just get out of Sodom and get, come on now, Sodom and Gomorrah, just get out of there. People was going to get out of there. They're gonna get the hell out of there, because come on now, California is like Sodom and Gomorrah right there, man. Don't look back. People are leaving and they are not looking back. They are not leaving. I mean, they are leaving. They are leaving and not looking back. That's what I meant. They are leaving and they are not looking back. People are leaving. Right now, that's a sanctuary state right there. That's the headquarters right there. And people are leaving. People are leaving and they coming back, man. Come on now. Look at the history. Look at the history, y'all. Look at the history. There is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Look at the history right now. People are leaving California. They don't care. They are leaving California. People are leaving California. It's Sodom and Gomorrah, same way. Go, get up and go. Don't look back. These people ain't looking back. Big. I'm just saying, hey, Rita.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just in the mood to doing like an afternoon talk. Just doing random things today.
Man, it's crazy because, I say this, not just on Facebook. Facebook, I got more attacks than I do in a regular life, because when I'm in people's face, I kind of shut them down with my look and my expression and when I'm talking. Because when you talk and you look at a person dead in their eyes, you like telling them, this is what I believe. You have your right to your opinion, but don't shove your agenda down on me. That's the bottom line. Mm-hmm. Whatever you want to do is what you do. Someone just hit me up saying, I don't understand how a Christian can support Trump. I turn around with another question. Instead of me answering these foolish questions, I turn around and say, "Did you vote for Obama?"
Mm.
Yeah, twice. And he's married to one woman. I like that. I said, "Look, sorry, you're saying I'm not a Christian, I'm not a minister because I've been married twice myself."
Yeah.
And God said He forgives. I repented from whatever I've done in my past and given my life to God. So don't call people out as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Worry about your thing, what you got going. If you
Yeah.
want to vote for these people, that's cool and all. But the attacks are filthy, you know, because it's always the leftists coming with the attacks. You didn't see when Republicans lost to certain nominees and all that, they didn't go burn cars.
Nope.
You know, they didn't go out there starting chaos. And I don't even think we have a gang banging crew called Antifa or like Antifa. We don't have no gang banging crew out there that's coming at people and doing wrong. Maxine Waters, she might as well be a gang banger because she's sitting here attacking people, telling you to attack anyone that supports Trump. Let me get this out there. I'm
Get
a
it out there.
Christian woman. I'm a Christian woman. And as I always say, as a minister, I support the gospel of Christ foremost and before anything in this world. Second of all, I'm a vote on who supports me as a Christian first. Okay?
Yes.
Nobody said, these are for the black folks, those 6,000 women and children that were Christians in Africa, I didn't see not one post this year, nothing on the media about that.
Mm-hmm.
But us as black people, we support illegal immigration. I mean, come on now, that's absolutely stupid and foolish.
It is. Mm-hmm.
But you want to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm always be," and then you want to bring the ancestors up that came from Africa, and you want to throw that up in the white man's face all the time. But here it is, you don't even support Africa or any of the people that are out there being killed for the cause of following Jesus Christ.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is like man. Like, ever wake up. When would they ever wake the hell up? I mean, when are they going to wake the hell up?
You
What
know
is
when they're
going
gonna
to
wake
take?
up? You know when they're gonna wake up? You remember that Bible verse where it says, when he woke and opened his eyes, he was in hell? That's when they're gonna wake up. That's when they're gonna wake up.
You know, and then some Democrat told me that called himself a Christian, that called himself reading the Bible. You can tell that person don't read the Bible because go tell me that Trump is the Antichrist. Why you following the Antichrist if you supposed to know Lord Jesus Christ? And I said, you must know your word very well then.
Man.
Boop, next.
Don't know the word at all. I get tired of hearing that. I get this. They say he's the devil himself. I said, let me tell you something. When you meet the devil, that means that you were cast away from God. Okay? So you need to stop saying somebody's the devil or you met the devil, because you haven't met the devil. He has puppets, but these people ain't smart enough to be the devil.
No.
The devil actually believes in God, and he knows what's against God. Abortion. You know, people want to support abortion and say, "Oh, well, it's a woman has a right." Yeah, a woman of the world has a right. You're right. Let me put that out there. A woman of the world does have a right to choose it her way or God's way. So if you choose to not follow Jesus, you do what you want to do, but guess what? At your expense, not the taxpayers. You're right. That is your private part. That's your vagina. You had sex with somebody. You keep on doing it. And this is talking about habitual people that just keep having sex and having abortions, like abortions are nothing. When the Bible said he knew you and formed you in the womb. But see, the people, again, don't read the word, so they don't know. Because if they actually knew God, they would see that these people that's against this, it seems like if they're against it, don't you think that maybe they do read the Bible? Maybe they're scared. They don't want God to punish them for condoning such things in government leadership.
Better speak on it. Real sis.
I mean, this is sad, man. I can't remember we were at the gym, bro. And I'm like, let me hit my bro up, man. You know, because when I come here, I shut everybody down. They be like, hey, Rejoice, we ain't in the mood today, don't we? Already shut us down. Okay, I'm just checking.
Yep.
Just checking.
Yeah, I was looking at your text. I like he was texting me. So I said, you know what? Let me bring you along live.
Yeah, I missed you yesterday. I was at work. I think you came on. You must have been out in the streets yesterday, huh?
I didn't come on yesterday. That was day before. I came
Oh,
on. I came on in the morning for like about 5 minutes. I did a 5 minute rant video, and that was it. Like a 3 minute rant video yesterday morning.
well, do you know when you went on with the music and stuff? I went on my page. Do you know they blocked mine and deleted it?
For real? No. They got me. They flagged me because they deleted my video because I played music.
That's what they did to mine. I'm like,
Yeah.
what about everybody else that play music though? What? I don't
Right.
get that.
And I was just having fun. I wasn't like cussing nobody out. I was just having fun, chilling.
Right.
You know,
But
getting
again,
and that was all I was doing.
I mean, you don't have to own the rights, but if you buying the music and you supporting the music, why you can't play the music? I don't
Yeah, yeah.
understand that.
It's control. It's mind control that they want. They want to
Right.
control you about everything. They don't want everybody to have fun with you. They don't want to. They don't want that. They want everything robotic. You know, they're a bunch of morons. They're a bunch of liars, and the truth is not in them.
Man. And there's a bunch of them, and they all come in all skin color. And people are like, well, Rita, why do you always bring up black? I said, because I bring up what I deal with a lot. That's what I deal with a lot
Yep.
more. So I can bring up
Mm-hmm.
everybody because I deal with everybody. But as far as a whole, yeah, I deal with black people, African American, whatever you want to call yourself.
I'm
But
around
just
Negroes all the time, so that's why I talk about Negroes. I'm around Negroes all the time. I live around Negroes.
and they always on the left. And this is the thing, is that even though they may have heard the Malcolm X video, and I've shared that with them, oh, that was then. So what changed? It's 2018. What changed? Just a year, right?
Yeah.
That's all that changed. I mean, why do you see Chicago, Compton, LA, Detroit, all these different areas still dealing with poverty and violence so hard? Why do you see these things?
Yeah.
And they're in control Democrats.
Yep. Hold on. What's up, Primitive? I don't say people's names very right. I'm very terrible with people saying people's names for real. I ain't got people I grew up with. I don't even say their names right. But if you want to get on, brother, you can sing email. I'm just open mic right now, just talking. We're just talking and talking. Yo, much love to you, brother. Shout out to
And
you.
I can't even see the comments. Hello to everybody out there in the world. Republicans, Democrats, liberals, whatever you believe. You know, it's all with love first.
Yeah, got
Everything's
you.
with love. Some people say that, I speak harsh. Sometimes you got to, because sometimes when you talk like this and you just so sweet and nice, they walk over you. They don't hear you. So sometimes I have to come like a pit bull. And I have to have a pit bull look on my face so you can take me a little more serious.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But what's up with Hillary Skiller
All right, I
going
give
in
you 10,
20?
brother. I give you 10 to get on here.
What's up with Hillary going in 20? What's up with that?
Oh, bring it. I don't say it. Bring it, biatch. That's what I'm saying.
You stupid.
I said it. I'm trying to cuss on my channel, but I said it.
I mean, how could anybody vote for her? But they would, just because they don't like Trump. Someone's been asking me, I've been getting a question. Of course, I've been in prayer over Donald Trump. I don't know what's on his mind. Nobody knows. He's still human. Just like Obama, just like Clinton when he was in the White House getting some oral sex done. You know what I'm saying? So they all still human. And the question was why he didn't stay and support the veterans when he left. And I think that may hurt a little bit because a lot of people were expecting that. That's what I'm getting, the feedback. What's your take on that?
You talking about it'll hurt her winning?
No, when the veterans, remember just this past weekend, he didn't stay in support because it was raining or something they're saying.
Who Trump, when he didn't
Trump.
stay?
Yeah.
Man, he be all right. We be all right, man. Hey, come on now. Nobody perfect. Come on now.
Right.
You don't know what the hell goes on behind closed doors with people. You know, like people say,
Exactly.
why you didn't show up and support me? It's people, some people come, why you didn't show up? Like, whatever, man. You don't know what the man had going on. You forget the man got a life too. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
mean, you don't know what else he been doing behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? So stop it, y'all. Stop it. I don't, whatever, if it's going to hurt, let it will be done. Let God's will be done. You know, I don't get into that. Like, oh, he didn't show, he done nothing. No, you don't know this.
Right. Just pray for somebody because, again, as I say, you don't know what's going on. All you
Yep.
know is what you see. You don't know the deeper part of what's going on the inside, what he's dealing with on the inside.
Yep.
But if he was Obama and did that, people would have said, "Oh, they must have did something to him. Oh, poor Obama.
Yes, Paul Obama.
Oh, they always attack us black people." Now, I'm a black woman saying this, and I'm attacked more by black folks that's my skin color than I am any other color.
Yep.
They don't want to even be your friend because
Mm-hmm.
they've been programmed. Oh, well, you support. I support the values of what someone say. Don't never get it twisted. I don't support nothing about a person just saying, just I support you because I don't give nobody no money like that. I take support as I'm taking care of you. I support you, but I know what they're saying. But
Mm-hmm.
I like to play around with them because they're being stupid with me. So if you don't vote, shut up.
Because they're
Don't
dumbed down and stupid. I mean, when the main people that come to you and don't have an answer for anything, those are the dumbed down people. They the dumbed down people, man. You can tell right there. Look how they talk. They can't have an answer. They don't have a message, and they don't have a legit debate. So next.
right. Exactly. And that's the sad thing is why are we letting something divide us as a nation? Why are you allowing the Democrats to divide us? Because the only thing they can say, you don't never hear them really. First, they were talking about Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
I mean, women were like, Rita, such and such was raped. You don't know what a person feels and why it takes so many years for them to tell. I said, look, I don't tell the person that's been delivered rape before. I've been raped, but it didn't take me years to confess to something. And I didn't know the person that raped me. I was raped in the alley at 16 years old. Praise God, I didn't catch anything. Praise God, the man didn't use the neck and stick me in the neck and kill me. But to me, this is the thing: is why do you defend somebody you don't know the whole story? Now look, nobody's saying that no more, brother, because the woman lied.
Mm-hmm.
Now they quiet. Now they
Yep.
quiet. They don't have nothing else to say.
I ain't got nothing else to say. Everything in the dark comes to light. They don't. Do they recognize this?
Somebody coming on with it?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to invite somebody on here right now. I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm telling you, California man, God is about to show up on us. Like, he has shown up on other. As I tell people, Mother Nature is God. Mother Nature is God. God is using wrath to wake you up before it's everlasting too late for you to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might wake up in hell. You better wake up
Ooh,
now.
sad. I always said this: I rather live in hell than die and go to hell.
Mm, I like
Live.
that right there.
You
I
living
like
in
that right
hell.
there.
We living in hell, and we planting seeds in hell. You
Right,
know. While we living in hell, trouble don't last always.
right,
Think about it. They
right.
don't last always, but greater is your reward.
But again, people, as you and I both know, so many preachers of the world have taught prosperity in the world and not in the word, that everybody is seeking, stealing, and doing whatever it is to get prosperity in this world and not in God.
Yep.
That's why they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They look for the government to take care of them.
They
They
do.
want the they want the government to take care of them, and that's the thing that they mad at Trump about because the government is not going to take care of you like you've been taken care of. So now you're mad, you're upset like a little 2-year-old baby, and you're like, wait a minute, you taking away my EBT? Wait a minute, you taking away GR? I mean, if people are lazy like this and they don't want to work, that's a big problem.
Hey, Angie.
Hi.
Good
How
to
do I
see
mute
you.
myself when I don't want you to hear my machine?
Hey, Angie.
Hi.
Angie got a testimony too, man. I don't know if people on YouTube heard it, but Angie got a testimony. Many people heard it on Facebook.
I am a walking miracle.
Yeah. Hey, somebody sound.
It's mine. I've
You got
got
another
a,
video?
yeah, I'm watching you on my phone. Let me mute it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Good to see you, Angie. It's been a minute. We used to do live videos at night and just talking, and man, you got your kids with you, and we all chop it up on Facebook.
Oh yeah, they're all here now because we homeschool. I don't believe in the Marxist education. If we didn't have Marxist education, my kids would be in public school, but it's Marxist and I can't put them in it. So even though like all these years, especially after I got in the car accident and needed help, I needed someone to help me, but I still couldn't put them away because I was more worried about what they would undo and what I would have to work on, why I needed to focus on getting myself walking.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Are we still connected?
Yeah, we still connected.
Okay.
I'm
Because I heard a weird noise for a minute, but it might have been an echo from my side.
Yeah.
I'd like to figure out how to mute because I'm going to turn my machine on in a minute. I've got 3 big balls of dough that I'm working on that will make 6 pizzas.
Okay.
But I don't know how to do that on this. I know how to do it when I've worked on, what is it? Zoom. I know how to mute myself on Zoom.
It's a menu button. It's a menu button right next to somewhere. You got a menu button and you got a button that show your that take your face off or put your face back on. It's a microphone button. All right. There you go.
That must have been it. Okay, now I know.
Yeah.
I'll wait for a second. I know I'm a hot mess, see? Okay.
You got your MAGA hat on.
Yeah, I don't believe in working over food without having a hat on because I don't like the thought of food and hair, and that's gross. So, but I wasn't looking at the camera. I'll try it again.
What's going on, Ryan Johnson? Hey, it's open if you want to join, Ryan. You're more than welcome. Yeah, but yeah, y'all, we gotta know what's the okay. Do me a favor, bro. Okay, I got it. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Good. I'm gonna invite you on here right now. Give me a second, y'all. Everybody, bear with me. Hey, can somebody talk about invite my brother on here?
Angie, what state you from?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're not supposed to be a sanctuary city. Officially, we aren't, but we are. We're run by Democrats, and they get away with murder here. They can basically do whatever they want, and they're not going to be prosecuted. They're not going to be deported.
Well, that's just like California. We're in California is in bad shape.
I know. I feel really, really bad about that too, because I have friends out there that have lost jobs and said, well, I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't get a promotion, or I got laid off because I couldn't speak Spanish.
And there should be some type of lawsuit that people need to draw up as people of America. There should be a lawsuit against the government of California or anywhere that is doing this bilingual stuff, because I'm not going to learn Spanish. I'm not. If I want to learn something, it's because I want to learn it. I shouldn't have to be forced to learn Spanish and be bilingual because I need to cater to one party of people. You know, people are people. And to me, it's discrimination if you don't know everything, if that's the case. Because you have everybody. And the only reason why we have more Spanish speaking people here is because we're a democratic state. We have opened the floodgates for people to come here illegally so we can have more homeless people and more people that will vote for the Democratic Party. They're not concerned with trying to help these people out. They're not even concerned with the veterans here.
Got North Carolina.
All you need to know is that they don't really care about us.
That's it. Michael Jackson, baby. They sure don't care about us. But we need to care for each other.
Yep.
And the personal attacks that people bring on and give, you don't know who you're attacking. Just like when Maxine Waters told people to attack people that supported Trump and all this stuff, she's getting people in a lot of trouble because that's like road rage. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know who you're attacking, where their mindset is, and how you're going to tip them off to go off. She's setting up people to get hurt.
I have been forced to hit people because they have put their hands on my head to take my hat away. And when someone comes at me with their hands too close to my face, the first thing I'm going to do, being a 5'6" woman, is punch you straight in the throat. Do not put your hands near me or at me. That is assault.
Right. If a person wants to wear something that they like, why are you gonna slap their hat off? You know, why you gonna see? I pray to God nobody ever touches nothing that I wear. I don't really wear any Trump stuff out here because I grew up in Compton. I'm always in Compton, and it will be a fight. So I kind of don't put myself in a situation because I know my anger, and I let my walk do the talk.
My husband doesn't want me to wear it because he feels like it's asking for trouble because people don't want you to wear it. But I have always been a person that is my own person. You don't tell me what to do. And I'm like, don't you dare tell me what I can and cannot wear, what I can and cannot like, just because that is your preference. I do not want to live in a world like that. And I will argue to the tooth over my right to wear a hat on my head or my right to like my president, which has done more for everybody than any other president in my lifetime. So it's like, no, like, heck no, you don't. I mean, this might sound unchristian, but you don't get in my face and tell me what I cannot wear and what I can't do. You just don't. I answer to God. I don't answer to you. I don't answer to my neighbor or anyone else. If you don't like my hat, fine, don't like it. But don't you dare touch me or put your hand on me or toward me.
And this is the sad thing with the world today, Angie, is that, like, for me, I have an organization out here, a nonprofit called Daughters of God. So most people know I represent Jesus.
Yes.
And for me to be in the street talking to the prostitutes or whatever, that's why I gotta kind of pick and choose what I do and what I wear because of what I think can get somebody else killed. And
that's true.
You know, if I have a Donald Trump hat on in Compton and I'm already knowing the situation, I already know the attack can come on and someone could get hurt. The kids that's around me, my mom, you know, so I have to kind of pick and choose what I do and how I do it because you got to be mindful of the wicked world we're living in and see God needs to utilize us Christians for his glory. And as we walk the streets, we talk the talk. You know, you'll know them by their fruits. So, you know, just like people, I don't wear Trump anything. I actually haven't said really too much about Trump on my Facebook page, but someone asked me on a post, how can a Christian support Trump? So obviously they must know it from my walk, because they know me from the streets and they know how I talk about stuff. And I'm like, well, reverse question to you. How did you support Obama and you voted for him 2 times?
Hey, what's good, y'all?
Hi.
Hey, what's good, bro?
I'm just chilling. I'm chilling.
What I do
Don't mean the USA. My bad. I always get your name mixed up, man. I be having so many. Man. I don't even get my kid's name right. Like I said.
No, I ain't tripping, man. It's Prometheus.
Prometheus, yeah. Okay, but, yeah. I get everybody, man. But that's what good to have you on here, brother, man. That's a good show we did the other day, man.
Nice to meet you, Cornelius. Nice name.
Oh, thank you. Prometheus. Is somebody talking right now? I'm trying not to interrupt them.
Somebody got a delay on there. Somebody got their radio on.
Yeah, someone has the background feed.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somebody talking.
It's a delay.
Yeah, so I feel real bad for all the shit that these ladies have been talking about right now, man. But let's be real about it.
What's good, bro? Hey, brother, you got a background? You got a radio on the back of you? Okay,
let me check it out. I don't have anything. No, I ain't tripping, man. It's Prometheus.
Prometheus, yeah. Okay.
Somebody has their.
That's good to have you on here, brother, man. That's a good show we did the other day.
Let me check some. Oh, thank you. Prometheus. Is somebody talking right now? I'm trying not to interrupt them.
The radio on.
Yeah, someone has the background.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
We're hearing it from Prometheus because he's the one that's showing up with the volume. So.
Yep. Because I cut my mic off.
All right, let me cut my mic off.
You either have two phones or something going on. Because when I was doing it, I'm talking on my iPad, but my phone is also on with the video, which is where I was listening from.
Oh yeah.
So I had to mute my phone.
Look at my phone. I still look at the comments, but I mute my phone so I won't hear nobody. I look at the comments right here.
And I can't really comment because I got go everywhere.
Yeah, I just turned my phone off, so I don't know if that'll fix it.
My hair crazy.
It will.
Working out.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, what's good? Oh, okay. But yeah,
I need to do exactly what you're doing over there.
Working it out.
I'm a little bit jelly of Mo over there, sitting looking all pretty and stuff.
Thank you.
Hey, but like I was trying to say, real quick, jump in. I feel real bad with what the lady was talking about, but see, here's the thing: it happens so often, and it's kind of like that Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? In Hollywood, it's like that open secret nobody ever talk about, and it's something that we need to take care of. Right here, right now. Yeah, I just turned my phone off.
Somebody has.
What's up?
Hey, what's good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, check it. I think I'm gonna log out, and I guess I'm gonna try to come back because this feedback.
Okay.
That's you?
What?
Prometheus, is that you with the feedback?
Huh?
Is that you with the feedback?
I have no idea. Let me mute.
Hey, that's you, Prometheus.
Damn, check it out. I'm a leave right now. I'm gonna come back.
Come back.
Right now.
What's sad is that I was telling Mo that the world today.
I got slip ass too. I can use it with slip ass. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
I hear you, and I think he meant to mute.
Oh, he forgot. Yeah. Mo.
Hey, hold on. I got me some free milk. People downstairs got extra milk on Wick and gave me some free milk. I was happy. Shoot.
Oh, well, that was cool.
I was like,
we heard everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all in the kitchen. It picked up that much, that microphone?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It did indeed.
Just like the dog in the living room. I'm all the way in the kitchen, the back door, grabbing the milk.
We found out all your little bit of business.
Yeah, I thought the Democrats was over there about to take them down or something. I was like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, but it's a sad thing that the world of people, you know, and what gets me is I'm always throwing the Christianity part out there because most of these people claim to love God. Most of these people claim to be a Christian, and you will know them by their fruits. And they think and assume that once you receive Jesus, that you're always saved. Nah, baby. Once you leave the foundation of the obedience of Jesus Christ that God has asked and advised of us to live by, you have stepped away from your Christian life. You start doing it your way. And that's what the world is showing, because see, no one wants to obey laws. That's one of the problems with the United States, is that there's been so many people that have been getting away with everything and not obeying laws, that now that Trump stepped in and he's instituting laws that you must follow, now they're trying to attack him. And on top of it, they're trying to say, oh, this isn't a man of God. This wasn't. Well, wait a minute. God in the Bible, don't trip and don't flip the script in the verse. God said, obey the laws of the land. He said, as long as the laws of the land aren't in conflict with the word of God and open borders, that's illegal. That has nothing to do with God. So nobody that's a Christian should be supporting that, because that's actually a sin, because you're breaking the law. People are breaking the law every day, and they think that because Trump is trying to put laws, that he's a racist. They don't even know what racist is. For you to even put those two together, law that you can't come over here illegally is racism. That's foolish. You obviously don't know what the word stands for.
Even heaven has borders, and narrow is the way that leads you there.
Yes.
Yep.
But they didn't read that either. They just go to church, keep the seat warm, and as soon as they leave, they back to their old ways.
God put Trump in the White House, and every Christian knows that, because Hillary was cheating to win. She was supposed to be in there, and that is why these people are falling apart. They don't know what to do. She was going to continue the globalist plan, and things were going to keep steamrolling the way Obama started. You know, we were headed in that direction the past 6 years, but he went from like regular speed to overdrive, and she was going to finish putting the nail in the coffin. But God God put Trump in the White House.
Oh yeah, God's in charge of everything, all things.
He's our last chance to try to pull back and reverse this thing. But there's so many people who can't see it, that either people are sitting back and complaining and doing nothing, or they don't see it. They really don't see it. And we talk about globalism, when we talk about the NWO, and they're like, you're in some kind of world of your own, conspiracy theory, put your foil on your head, blah, blah, blah. They don't see it.
Can I mention something real quick, y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right, check it out. I pretty much, when I started this whole thing, and you know, I got like zero experience with social media and all that stuff. I really don't. I didn't even know how to use it. But I started up a YouTube channel called Prometheus Unchained. You can check it out. And long time ago, you know, I was, you know, getting involved in the politics, and I was trying to interpret like art from you know, our music artists and you know, stuff like that. For example, I made a video explaining the "This Is America" song by Childish Gambino, and you should really check it out. I mean, it's going to open your eyes. So based off of that, I'm going to say that I agree with y'all. And the reason why I agree with y'all is, like I mentioned in that video at the very beginning, you know, Childish Gambino, he's kind of like hidden a little bit, and then he kind of comes out, and when he starts dancing, he starts gyrating, like dancing like a snake. And I don't think I said in my video, but I did notice a long time ago that Washington Post, they pointed to his pants, and they mentioned the KKK and white supremacy. And I understand, you know, that angle, because you know, it's a Confederacy apparel. But here's the thing: They ain't never talk about the chain homeboy was wearing. And I believe that that was a diversion, you know, but that chain basically can be a symbol representing, you know, the gangster rap culture or the thug culture. So my interpretation of it is these same demagogues that are basically holding us down are probably the ones that are working with the white supremacists. And I mean, I explained step by step, second by second, like how the video plays out, but that's how I actually start off the song. And then you notice how he kills the good black man. So it's the bad black man killing the good black man. And the good black man, I think he's like this old dude. He's just chilling up in the chair and he's playing his guitar, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it starts. And then it goes on. So what I'm trying to say is I'm actually agreeing with y'all because we could kind of look at it like a Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. You know, with Barack Obama, you know, I got a Twitter. It's like, you know, PROMO9033, promo 9033. But I mean, I post stuff up on there, and my approach is I try to like combine art, like maybe comedy, song, and Holy Bible principles to explain like complicated problems and how to solve them. So I literally try to use my Holy Bible to solve problems, and it's really enlightening. So but yeah, you know, so Obama, I posted up a video a while back, you know, he talking about he was really like a troublemaker. He always, I can't curse, but he'd always, you know, stay messed up, and you know, he was cutting class all the time.
You can curse. I give you permission to curse.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. It's you know, it's a personal thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take the high road here, and it's really hard, trust and believe. But yeah. So you know, he put all that out there, and then you know, it's real funny how you know he was at way back in Chicago, going back. You know, he ain't really did much for Chicago, and then he come out of nowhere. But in the public eye,
don't get me started.
In the public eye, Hillary Clinton always been there. So I want y'all to be conscious of the difference. You know what I'm saying? So homeboy was in the background, I guess, and I guess Hillary Clinton, she was already in the public eye and in the 1990s talking about black men as super predators. So let's think about that real quick. If she has the vision that black men are super predators, then it's common sense would say that's what she believes in, right? So she would basically want other people to believe in her vision, right? Because that's how they talk, right? You know, all that, speak truth to power.
Right.
Right.
So black women, and this is something that y'all can talk to your girls about, but black women do not acknowledge to a certain degree. And I see this happening with, I guess, the younger black women. And it seems like the older black women, they're kind of hit to the game and they're trying to talk to the younger black women. They're not really listening. But, you know, that there's a lot of hostility. You know, it's really hard out here for a good brother. And it's hard out here for a bad brother because let's be real about it. You know, you take a lot of risk engaging in a whole bunch of fuckery and bullshit. And I mean, come on, think about it. You know, they talk about school to what is it called? The school to prison pipeline. Well, what about the entertainment to prison pipeline? See, don't nobody talk about that part. You know, and I strongly disagree, you know, with everybody trying to make it look like it's cool as shit to go out here fucking up, killing your own people, scamming your own people until both y'all niggas is bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why you can't come up. But I mean, from the black women, I need them to be more conscious of what brothers go through, because, like I said, with the "This Is America" from Childish Gambino interpretation, you know, I hypothesize, I can't prove it or nothing, but I think that it's the thugs, the demagogues, you know, like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, all them hate preachers. I call them hate preachers. I think they might, who knows, you know, they might be working with the actual white supremacists. So black women understand what your men are going into when they going out here and they trying to do something. And black men, they need to be more conscious of what black women are going through, because black women are it seems like black women are targeted. You know what I'm saying? And I could, like, I guess, post up a song or something, you know, but it seems like the black culture for black women is basically fuck a thug and be in love with the struggle, you know, and it's an entertainment to like a life of struggle pipeline. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's not cool to be going out here being everybody's side chick. It's not cool everybody to steal everybody man, to be taking, in my opinion, like 1,000 photos of yourself, getting mad just because somebody else got a man, trying to fuck shit up, you know, and it's just,
I'm sorry, Cornelius. It's
yeah.
Cornelius, right? I just wanted, while you was talking, I just wanted to get involved a little bit in the conversation. I agree with most of the stuff you're saying. It's just the part of, are you from California?
No, I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay. The part of, you know, the good black men is hard for them. I understand that part. But the part of, I'm from Compton, California, and I've had two brothers that made the choice, because we didn't come up in the gang banging as Westside Pirate Bloods. Our family didn't raise us as that. We chose that lifestyle back in the day. So I have two brothers that are dead at the hands of guys from the hood. And this is one of the problems within the black community, is that, you know, it's the blame game. Blame everything on the white man and all this stuff. Because with my nonprofit organization out
Don't
here,
get me started.
I have more love from white folks, you know, with stuff. Black people, except my homies in the hood, they always support my movement as far as helping the women on the streets, getting prostitutes off the street, supplying needs of shelter, living and stuff, because the welfare system out here, which people want to disagree, but I have facts that they hire illegal immigrants to work in home supportive service out here in California, to take care of elderly people and disabled people. And they also allow all the stuff that's going on that's illegal out here in California. But when it comes down to black folks, the only time that we want to come together is when a white cop shot a black man, not when my two brothers was killed by the hands of black men that was stealing from them. You know, they chose the life to sell the dope. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were talented men that they could have done other things, but that's what they chose to do. But these dudes was black, and my brother's on death row because he chose to hang around dudes that was in the world, regardless of what I told him. And even though I know the struggle of a black men need to understand the struggle of themselves. And as black women goes, we need to stop pacifying these black men and Negroes to sit here and do what they do and condone the mess they do, and try to get on the press side with them and say, yeah, the white man. Now what we need to do is say, look, man, check this out, Negro, my brother, whatever you want to call him, and say, get yourself together. That's your problem, is that you depend on the white man to take care of you, and you're mad. Why don't you take care of yourself so you can take care of your family? Because we have too many fatherless homes out here in Watts, in Compton, Los Angeles, Carson, Long Beach. And this is the problem, is that people think someone that's taken away from them, GR, general relief and all this stuff, and welfare system, when they think they're taken away from them, they don't like you. They don't like Trump, because Trump wants you to have a job. He wants you to have a better life. He doesn't want you to live in poverty. They don't like that because they're so used to that. And the women, I'm gonna shut up in a second. I just wanted to jump in with you. But the women out here, they have raised the men to be like girls. I'm gonna say girls to be nice. and they raised the women to be like boys. They were harder on the girls, raising them, and delicate on the boys out here. And that's why we got weak system of black men out here, because they sit up, play PlayStation, smoke weed, and want to get some money from their baby mama and all this stuff. And they don't believe in marriage anymore, but they say they believe in God. I mean, I know people like YG, Kendrick Lamar, Game. You know, these people right here grew up with all, they hang with my brother still today. And they think that this is our leadership in the hood. Those are not leaders. Snoop Dogg ain't a leader at all. People, Ice Cube is jumping on the bandwagon. So my thing is y'all don't like the white man, but you damn sure using his name to promote your music to get more money and get more people to hate. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Okay, well, no, that's great. I'm glad you said that, because
I needed to add something too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we've got a lot of people that aren't taking personal responsibility, and that's kind of what I heard you saying too. People want to blame someone else, but I grew up in a home where my dad and my mom both said, your job is to get a high school education, do as well as you can, graduate and get a scholarship, go to college. If you don't go to college, you're going to military. If you don't go to military, you're getting a job. Either way, you're not living in this house on my dime, and there's no excuse. And there was no way I would have ever talked back to my parents. There was no way I would have skipped school. There was no way I would come home pregnant, because my parents said, you don't do that. You are not an animal. You can control your lust. You're a teenager. You've got high hormones. That's normal. But it's not normal to go sleeping with a boy. You don't do that until you get married. Kids said something else. I talked with my parents. They'll call you this. They'll call you that. So what? Who are these people? Why? Why do you care what they think? Do you care what they think? Why would you care what they think? Are they paying your bills? If you show up pregnant, will they pay for your baby? If you get pregnant, what will happen? Can you work? Can you go to college? Think. Use your brain. It's no one else's fault if you decide to live in your moment and then decide afterwards, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to have this baby, get on welfare, have an abortion. That's not anybody's fault but yours. You made a terrible choice, and you're living with it, and you're forcing it on the next generation. That's on you. That's not on black man, white man, government, nobody but you. And that's all I've got to say.
Well said. Well said. Well said. Thank you. Hey, we need these rants. You dig? Go ahead, whoever.
I didn't mean to say it yelling either.
I mean, it's all good. It's all good. You know, y'all brought up some real good points. So here's the thing. You know, I kind of look at everything through the lens of good and bad. You know, that's just what my Bible's taught me. And I mean, I really literally like read that sucker like 3 times or whatever. I skip around. No, I don't memorize it. I can't just pop off with a scripture and nothing like that. I try to, you know, learn the lessons and focus more on the lessons of it. But with that being said, I agree with you. You know, like, you know, women need to take more accountability for what's going on. And yeah, I completely agree. You know, when you have these babies being raised in about 74 or 75% single households, and it's, you know, everybody knows most of the time they with mama, yeah, they have to be accountable. But I tried to stress the importance of knowing that there are higher powers than just the family unit. There are people that try to dictate the culture, quote unquote, especially with the black community. I mean, this goes back, people got to remember, we had decades upon decades upon decades of suppression. So it's not like we're going to snap our fingers and then everything's magically fixed. This is something we're going to have to commit to. And this is something I'm committed to. I've been committed to. And I feel as though it's turning around by looking at Trump's approval rating. I think it's like 36, 38, 40%, some among black. So with that being said, I got all these letters and stuff, but I volunteered and stuff. I volunteered for the Ted Cruz campaign, got involved with politics, helped President Trump fill out these surveys, questionnaires, a representative of the 2nd Congressional District, but no, I didn't run for office or nothing. I'm a member of the Make America Great Again committee. I'm a member of the Grassroots Presidential Advisory Board. I'm a Republican National Committee gold card holder. So the point that I'm trying to make is I'm going all in. And with that being said, going back decades ago, I believe the Black community was doing really, really good back to about the 1950s, and we had majority of the wealth. In the 60s, stuff changed, and y'all may disagree with me, but I'm sorry, I'll have to say it. I just have to put blame on the men, but I think more of the blame goes on the women. I don't think people take into account that there are men, even back in the 1960s, that they oftentimes had to travel to find work. You know, it's not like segregation just ended in the 1960s. You know, when you got Margaret Sanger starting Planned Parenthood and Lyndon B. Johnson starting the welfare program. So it didn't end. You know, they just found another way. So, you know, some of these men, they would go travel, you know, and they come back and, you know, and the women, they would get help from their man and they get help from the government at the same exact time. And then there are other situations where, you know, they kick the father out of the house, you know, and then there are situations where the men would leave too. And then the women would have to depend on it. But looking back at the Black culture back then, it was very, very much free spirit, you know, let's party and let's have sex, all that type of stuff. But the decades upon decades upon decades, it's been going on. So we got Bill Clinton passing this prison bill or whatever. We had the highest Black men incarceration rate directly tied to the policy. You know, we got Obama with the highest welfare rate directly tied to his policy. So I guess I try to take their personality out of it, and I try to look into their history. But another reason why, unfortunately, you know, I would have to put more blame on the Black women is, look, if you were born into 74% single parent households, it's not like you were raped. I just, it's so hard for me to believe that every single time you were raped, like you opened your legs to have that baby. May it be for pleasure or
exactly.
May it be for trying to trap a dude. May it be for trying to get a check. Whatever. So Black women have to be conscious of this, and this is where basically y'all could probably try, you know, to like plead y'all's case, because Black women, you know.
I'm not going to plead it. You're exactly right. We have the power. We have the power to say no. The rare occasions where a woman shows up pregnant from being raped, okay. Yeah. But the majority, the women decided that they wanted to do this and they wanted to be a part of that life.
Right. And then on top of that, it's like women literally have something like 13 different forms of birth control. I mean, really, come on, man. And then more oftentimes, well, we got 33% abortion rate. You choose an abortion as if it is birth control, you know.
And I'm gonna jump in on that because I am a Black woman and I have actually had abortions in the past. I've had 2 of them. And as a minister in the Word of God, that I do get out here and teach and preach the Word of God to many and educate them, you know, because experience, you welcome, because it's easy to judge somebody that had an abortion. But if you've never dealt with the reason why or where they come from, and to say this, to put the blame, I'm only going to speak from my side of town, to put the blame on a lot of the Black women, that's a negative out here, because a lot of Black men have forced, I was beat to have an abortion in the past. And I know many women that dealt with a lot of Black men that even had their sisters or their homegirls come up, beat somebody, I mean, I know 2 girls that had miscarriages because they were beat. So, you know, it's 2 sides to everything, but at the same time, since we want to bring the Bible into it, God created man in his image in the book of Genesis. And God don't create no punks. So if we're talking about Christian men and women are who you relate the Bible to. But people of the world, like the Bible says in the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter, he says there's no need to judge those of the world because they've already been judged. But it says that it is our responsibility as Christians to judge within the church, righteous judgment. So therefore, we're talking about Christians. When we talk about abortion, you can't talk to someone of the world that don't understand what you're talking about, because I used to be that type of woman. You know, I lived of the world many days. I was a gangbanger. You know, I was a whoremonger. I sold dope. I smoked weed all day. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot at, you know, so
yeah, I know.
to say that is like, no, I don't know if that's where you come from, but where I come from, even today.
You troublemaker. You got to go, you troublemaker.
No, Dad, I love my brother right here. We just having a conversation.
We all you were a troublemaker back in the day. I would have loved hanging out with you back in the day.
Because this is what the dudes say. This is what they say. When I pull up on my hall, because I hang with a lot of bike riders. And, you know, the brother's like, oh, here come Rejoice. What you going to tell us today? I'm like, look, y'all sit up and tell me I'm doing a great job out here teaching the women how on the way to go in God. But y'all not no help. Y'all sitting up here making babies with them. And you won't even marry these women because, see, it's a man's responsibility to control his penis as a woman should control her vagina. But that woman can't get pregnant if the man didn't control his penis either. So you got 2 parties that's committing sin against God. But you got to use the love of God and educate people of the world on the gospel of Christ, because see, you can't go out there talking to people in the world about Jesus Christ and they don't even know who you talking about, or they don't believe in it, or they were taught to believe in Muhammad. So you can only talk to Christian folks about what God says and how this is a sin, because they are not supposed to do it. But the people of the world, they got the right to choose what they want to choose because that's the way they want to go.
I don't even go down that line of thinking with someone. I usually don't talk about it. The only reason I said something about it just now is because he mentioned it, because usually that gets me attacked because people are like, well, you're attacking a woman when it takes 2. And I always say, well, if I say no, you know, what goes past me?
Right.
No,
unless it's an assault.
I agree with you both, though. You know, I'm just saying from my experience, I just had to throw that out there just for some listeners that are listening, because, you know, I talk from experience. You know, being a woman that had 2 abortions, am I proud? No, not at all. But I'm not proud because of who I am in Christ now. When I did it, it did prick my spirit because I've been a Christian for a long time, but I didn't accept really Jesus as in my life and live for him until I got older and wiser. And now that I'm wiser, I'm able to go talk to women in the world and women that's in the word, because women in the word are living just like the women of the world. So, and our men are out of control. We got more men dating out here in Hollywood. We got more men dating men here.
Okay. Okay. What do you feel about this? This is what I want to say. I want to get something on my chest real quick. I want to talk about something real quick. Hold on. I'll get back to you in a second, okay? All right. I got to take this phone call.
My college roommate had 4.
Wow.
And the third one, she said it just gets easier and easier because you start dehumanizing them. The first one, she cried for about a week or 2 because she knew what she did. Second one, she got drunk and went and did it. Third one, she's like, it's not that big of a deal. Fourth one, she was like, just whatever. I don't know if she had more after that, but while we were in school together, I know about those because I went with her the first time. The others, I'm like, I can't do it. I said, I'm sorry. You'll have to find someone else to go with you. I can't do it.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so I completely understand where you're coming from. But see, this is where I keep trying to get back to this culture, because it's hard. I mean, it's like I would have to show you videos and books and all that stuff for you to see a pattern. But the culture basically is the black woman is God. And I noticed this like 2 years ago. The black woman is God. You can't judge her. You can't criticize her. This is where we can go back to what's happening in Georgia, Stacey Abrams. Even though it's 100% counted, you know, and this is me from my politics because I'm involved, but 100% counted, and she still refuses. You know what I'm saying? So and Florida, what's going on in Broward County. For example, yesterday, I think they spent just about the entire day taking off of staples. Literally, they were just taking off staples, from these pieces of paper, pamphlets. But here we go. It's a week after the election. And by Florida law, I believe you have to update your voting count every 45 minutes or something like that, every hour, like on a website or update it. They to this day, they don't even have an estimate. They don't even know what the count is. And here we go again with the left-wing media and the mainstream media. Oh, Trump is attacking her. Oh, how dare you judge her? Oh, she don't know what she was doing. Give her a chance. It was incompetent. And then everybody's coming out like, well, look, we already got 2 lawsuits of a pattern of incompetence for years and years. When does it start becoming, willful negligence? And that's the argument on, in the political area. Because, come on. And because black men, when we go out here, me being intelligent, I grew up, I was in gifted and talented classes from childhood all the ways, so I was basically 2 years ahead from academic level, but I got college credit, all that stuff. And I went to college, U of H, and I messed it up and I didn't graduate. That's what happened with me. But the point that I'm making is me being intelligent, I was looked at like a threat. And on the other side, me being intelligent, motherfuckers would want to bend over backwards and tell me I ain't shit. You ain't shit, nigga. You ain't never gonna be shit, nigga. Come on, man. And it's when it comes to the black community, I be thinking since I was a teenager, we in the same boat. We got the same exact struggles. And it don't matter about you being dark, you being light skinned, you being brown, you being albino. It ain't about that. We still got that same exact struggle, but don't nobody want to acknowledge that part. And and we have to acknowledge that. We have
human struggle. Hey, Hope.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Hope, what's up?
Not much. I just
Girlfriend
discussing. So I had to join in on the conversation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I'm not sitting here I don't want people to think that I'm putting 100% of the blame on black women, because I'm not gonna do that when I sit here saying we all suffer together, and we all, I believe, have been targeted going all the ways back to the 1960s. History ain't lying.
Nope.
I want to interject something about that. I've got a few friends, neighbors that are really Africans that are American citizens now, but they're Africans. They were born there and everything. They're African Americans.
Right.
They said that growing up, they would not let their kids hang around black kids because they don't like the black culture. And they said, we come here, we're very successful, we work hard, we don't have this garbage or baggage that you guys have, and we don't want to mix in with that. And their kids are different. They work hard, they go through a lot of stuff. People pick at them because their kids are really dark skinned, and they hear all this other stuff, but they still are successful. A lot of them are doctors and engineers, and they don't go through this stuff. I think a lot of it is, like she said, it's an American baggage thing, and we don't know better, and we have all this Marxist stuff on us. And also they come from a different culture where they really see what poor is, and then they see how America's rich. Even the poorest person here in America is rich. We have sanitation, we have food at the grocery store. I mean, we just have stuff. So they don't see why we can't succeed and why we're blaming it on this arbitrary boogeyman, is what she told me. Why are you guys letting something that you can't see chase you? Something that may have been 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 100 years ago. Why is it chasing you? Why can't you just look forward instead of backwards? That's all.
That's a good point that you made. And see, this is where, and I know people hate it when I bring this up, but I have to put a certain amount of responsibility, accountability, you know, on the black women. And I'm saying, you know, through this gradual process of decades upon decades and decades, and black men definitely messed up, made the wrong decisions. But when we are at the current time in history, we went back then, we was like, what, 30% something single parent households. Now we 74, 75%, you know, you choosing wrong, you making the wrong decisions. And I'm a single father, and it's incredibly hard to try to balance all these things together and always be there for my kid, but he's worth it, you know. But his mama didn't want him, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, you know, I had to go through hell. I had to fight CPS. They didn't want to give me my kid. They threw like $10,000+ worth of services at his baby, at my baby mama. She still didn't want to change, you know. And then, like, for example, I work in a job, I'm working 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, and CPS calling me talking about, oh, have you seen your baby mama? And even then, so they didn't want me to have my kid. So this is kind of where I'm coming from when I'm saying that black women should be conscious of the struggles that black men go through. And I'm not putting all the blame on you. We know this, we got this system in place, and we know how the child support courts are, like, you know, twisted over and right now. And, you know, we, for example, you know, Brett Kavanaugh, when he was confirmed in the Supreme Court, you know, they had a feminist movement led by Linda Sarsour, who's like some radical Islamic person that was running it. Why? Because it couldn't be a man. We got to stop that man. You know, that Christian white man. That's the theme they push. We, you know, go to war with the white man, and not be accountable for what we did. You know, because, you know, it's the liberal establishment, in my opinion, and it's the liberal whites that, you know, may have the companies, and they may be the ones hiring these illegals y'all talking about. But we still have to look in the mirror at ourselves and acknowledge these types of things. So, like, going back on that CPS experience, when it was all said and done, I had to work with his stepdad to get my kid. Right. And then after that fact, then CPS was like, oh, okay, it's cool. That's how much hell I had to go through in order to make that happen. That's just one out of many examples of other shit I dealt with. But that being said, the entire time trying to struggle that and then working my job, like I told you, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, whatever. On my off day, I have to drive about 8 hours just to go get my kid, back and forth. You know,
Prometheus.
And he was always worth it. He was always worth it in my eyes. So I cannot understand why his mama don't want him.
Cornethia, I just want to ask you one question. Do you think that the way you feel, I mean, because I'm listening to you at the same time, but, you know, we can agree to disagree and we still have love for one another. But, you know, like I said, I only speak from my side of the town because this is where I'm from. I don't know where you're from, you know, how they do things out there. I only know where I'm from and how it's been going down out here. But as far as when you say black women, you know, more of the blame, I think that we should not put all that as a black woman's blame. Let's just do it as a culture blame, because
but black women do be tripping though.
I'm sorry, but you know what? I've dated so many black women and they hate
I did too.
Intelligent. And, you know, I ain't no money machine. I ain't some big just to slam some pussy every night, puncture some lungs. Like, I'm more than that. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I got love for my
women.
I got love for
black men. That, I mean, the black woman spoke even back in those days for the black man, because the black man couldn't really speak. I mean, there's black, just like you said, you know, there's good black men, there's good black women out here, but I think that there's no outweigh, you know, like you said, by the Bible teaches good and evil is in everybody. But for us to just say, that's just like saying all black women are mad black women, you know. And I know what I've been through. That's why I say experience is more important than any degree, master degree, bachelor's degree, because I see what's going on in my part of town. That's all I can speak on. I can't speak on your side, but as a black woman from Compton, California, all I see out here is both parties, not just the black woman. I'm talking about the black man too, because I deal with the world. I deal with the society out here, not just in Compton. I go up north. I deal with the other end, San Bernardino. I deal with Riverside. I deal with Watts. So I think that we must, because helping this isn't going to help it. When you put the blame on mostly black women, I think that is something that you experience, and that's what you're talking from, is your experience. And
Yeah.
you had a bad deal with this woman, and it has
it's not a woman. I've dated like 10 different black women.
Hey, me too.
I'm saying it's a
All
pattern.
right, now can I say something?
It's a pattern. Because
Can I say
I
something?
dated some college
Go
people.
on, Hope.
Go
Can
ahead.
I say something?
Say
Can I
what?
say something? So what's it? See, I could use that same excuse you using. I've been dogged out by black men for no reason, and I'm a
Yep.
good woman. I'm loyal, and I've been a backbone.
But see, here's the
Black
thing you
men.
don't understand.
But I
Men
got-
have
but
to
hold on,
attract.
let me finish.
Men
Hold
have
on,
to
I let
approach
you talk.
women,
Let's hear
and
Hope.
women
Let you
accept.
talk.
Let's hear
Now let
Hope.
me talk.
Let's let Hope
I-
talk.
I
I
let
let
you
Hope
talk.
talk.
If y'all
Let
throw
me
like
talk.
5 different things at me, I can't respond.
Hey, let Hope talk. Let's talk.
Can
Let
I
Hope
talk,
talk.
please? I
One at a
let you
time.
talk.
One at a time.
Don't cut me. Let me
Let's do
talk,
this
because
civil.
I
One time.
didn't cut you when you were talking. Now let me talk.
All right,
Let's do
calm
this
down.
civil.
Calm down.
But like I was saying, I could say the same thing you saying. I got dogged out by black men. Now I got to a place I don't fool with the black community at all. But
I'm
as far
glad
as
to
my
hear that.
black men, as far as relationship wise with our black men, I couldn't bring myself to give up on my black men. I couldn't do it. I couldn't step out of the box and date outside of my race. I couldn't do it. Because, black woman, white men, I'm not attracted to them. I don't like light-skinned men, But the thing, and I don't know, maybe it stems from having a good father figure in my life. My dad and my pop, they were good men, good providers. And they took care of me. They showed me an example of a real man. And they're black men.
So you're
But,
saying that all? Oh, go ahead.
hold up. Can I finish talking?
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I'm listening to you saying, oh, the 10 black women dog me out. Let me put it to you like
No,
this.
I
Don't
didn't say
think
that. Please don't put the words in my mouth. I said I dated 10 different black women. Thank you.
Okay. Don't think for a fact that any other women out here is any better than anybody.
No, you judge according to the fruits of the labor, right?
Everybody is out there, cause where you thinking that black women is this and that, honey, white women and Spanish women ain't no better. White women will get your ass locked up. All they got screaming.
Hey, I thought that too.
Get your
Look,
ass locked
my
up.
ex-wife, this wife got a restraint on me right now. She lied everything.
And Spanish
Even though
women,
I still love white
all
women.
they gotta do is call their cousins. A lot of their cousins said you did something, and their little Spanish crew, they got a mob in their family. They'll come out and murder your ass, cause they don't like black folks anyway.
Yep.
But what I'm saying though, now as far as the single parenting thing, what's the excuse for, two-parent homes, kids that come from two-parent homes? They don't succeed either. I'm a single mother. I'm a single mother of 3. And before my 3rd child came, I was a single mother of 2, a young one at that. And I lost both of my parents at a young age. Lost my dad when I was 19 and lost my mom when I was 23. And lost my mama after I just gave birth to my son. So now I'm this girl in her 20s, 23 years old, with 2 kids, a toddler and a newborn. yes, I started off in the projects, and I started off with Section 8, and I was on social service, yes. But I took advantage of the system. I used it as a stepping stone. I used their daycare vouchers because they gave me daycare vouchers for me to go to work. And I put myself through college. But beforehand, they tried to hold me down. They tried to hold me down real bad, where they snatched everything from me because I had got accepted to my nursing program.
Mm-hmm.
So they tried to. So social service tried to hold me down. Told me, "Oh, that's like school. We don't support school." So you know they told me, "Well, if you don't show up for that work program, we're gonna sanction you."
Yep.
So you know what I told them? You do what you got to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't giving up that opportunity. So they sanctioned me. My daycare vouchers, everything was snatched.
Mm-hmm.
But see, God is good because he had my back.
Amen.
Amen.
And that's when my cousin had needed somewhere to stay. So my cousin stayed with me, and he kept an eye on my kids for me, and picked my daughter and my son up from school and stuff. While I was in that program, that nursing program. And let me tell you how even greater God is. Come to find out, the program was a paid program, which means I got paid a paycheck sitting in class. And they let me work at the facility as a unit assistant, where I was just passing out ice and making up beds and help passing out trays and stuff. So, so I got through that program. And then I put myself through phlebotomy school, where I got my phlebotomy and clinical lab degree, where I can work in the lab. But the thing is, that was my little struggle right there. And like I tell people, and also I didn't get financial aid, by the way. I paid out of pocket for those programs. When I got my tax money, I used my income tax money and put myself through school.
I fell in love with you, Hope. The first moment I remember you were talking about your schooling situation, and a lot of people would have said, I'm done. They're taking away my daycare. Oh my gosh. The first time I heard you say something about that, I'm like, this girl, she is the stuff, and I love her. I mean, the good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah.
I love you. You did great.
And I salute you, Hope, because see, it's the bad that helps us get through the good. And once you go through the storms and you know how to get through those things, then you know how to get through the good things, because the storms are never going to leave us. They're going to
Hope is
always
a
hit us.
Yep. So once I got into my career good, I took myself off of Section 8, and I left the government community alone. I left. I moved my kids out of the hood, and I shelled out regular rent like everybody else, like regular tax-paying people. Got my kids out the hood.
I like that a lot.
Never look back.
I hear you. I hear you. See, this is where I guess I'd have to respectfully disagree. I mean, I'm out of the hood. I pay my rent. Don't do any government anything. And I guess what makes us different is that I just can't look I kind of look like I'm kind of looking back. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I just can't let go of the Black community. I can't.
I did.
I hear you. But there's no shortage of betrayals out there. There ain't no shortage of betrayals.
So hold on, how's I'm a train because I want to better myself when
no, I didn't say that.
He did nothing but try to tear me down.
Right, and I've dealt with my fair share of problems. You know, like I said, you know, I was too nerdy. I wasn't cool enough. You know, GT classes. You know, I'm growing up damn near my entire life in a classroom of either 5 kids, you know, or 6 kids, 7 kids, or I'm in, you know, let's say I'm in 6th grade and I'm kicking it with the 8th graders or something like that, you know. So I mean, we got different experiences. So
I did what was best for my children. Baltimore was not the best place to raise my kids. Let me tell you one daggone thing. If I would have raised my kids in Baltimore, guess where my son would be? Either in jail or dead.
I got a son that's facing 30 years in prison right now. So
my daughter,
I can vouch for that.
My daughter is 21 years old in her career, have a nursing career. And guess what? She purchased her own car by herself, and she's about to move out of my house and get her own place. 21 years old. And
yeah, Destiny.
And she's been in the field. She's been in the field since she was 18.
Okay, cool.
My son never seen a jail cell. Never been shot. My son is a straight A student. Very swift on computers. And this is his last year in college. In high school. And he's on his way to college to take a computer engineer.
And this coming from a single black woman.
And my daughter, my little one, she's 7 years old. And she speaks 2 different languages.
You know what people have to do? They have to choose to put their kids and their lifestyle and your future before anything else, anyone, all the noise that people say around you, what they think you should do and all this stuff. You did that, Hope. You said, my kids are going to survive, and you moved them, and you made yourself, and you got out of that and you moved forward.
Yeah, I was determined that I wasn't going to let them mess my kids' life up.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's real good. So here's the thing. I'm not living in the hood, but like I was saying, I just can't completely let it go. I got plenty of homeboys locked up, probably facing life, you know, for murder and shit like that. Like always, you know, we all got our people, but it's just,
hey, I love it.
I continue to do my thing. But just because old boy's gang banging or he's selling some weed down the block, I'm not gonna just say fuck you. I can't do it. I can't do it. But
I agree.
And then on top of that, you know, I applaud everything you've done. You fought really hard to get out of the hood. You know, I struggled to get out of the hood, and you know, your kids turned out better. And I know my 7-year-old son is going to turn out better, especially living with me full time. I know this, you know, I invest in the school, you know, help him read. We're working on writing a story together, you know, all that extra stuff, got involved in the PTA at school and all that. So I completely like get your fighting spirit, your determination, because I'm the same way. That's why I never stopped trying to pursue getting my son with CPS. Basically, what I feel as though they were just obstructing me the entire way, even after confessing guilt against his mother and what he was doing. But anyways, let's just kind of, you know, take that away. So we both got our different struggles, and you chose to do better. Growing up to being a young man, you know, I didn't really have much of a support network. Ain't nobody want to cut for me. I was basically like a conservative as a child, a Christian as a child, committed my life as a child, but I grew up in a liberal establishment. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
And with that being said, let's just say it this way. My parents were extremely liberal. Extremely.
So was mine. My
With
mom.
that, with that being said, you know, the amount of hostility that black men face, I think that there's just a desensitization and a lack of a amount of apathy to it. Because like it seemed like nobody cared about that struggle I was going through, you know, before I got to where I was going now. Like
they didn't.
And the thing is, I don't talk about much, but I guess I really feel inspired by the story you just told. Like it was very powerful. But you know, I stayed back from my niece. Okay, you know, my sister, she was, you know, struggling with some problems, and she left, and I stayed back from my niece to help raise her, and it effectively made things dramatically harder for me, college-wise. And on top of that, growing up as a conservative in an extremely liberal environment, we'll say it that way, you know, I felt like there was a lack of support, a lack of love anywhere. And it's kind of like you just taking it on all sides. You just kind of caught in the middle. But the whole entire, like, for example, you know, when I was in high school, I had 16 staples in my head. I had shin splints in both my legs, and I still made it all the ways to like regionals or whatever in varsity. And it was a very sober experience knowing that, you know, I had so many haters out there, but my coach at the time was humble enough to cry and give me a hug for 5 minutes, and I could not understand that when it was all said and done, and I'm just kind of leaking, you know.
And that's exactly why I made sure my son didn't experience that.
Well, it's not about. It's not about. Let's just say it this way: it was not the hood that did it to me. All right. Okay. All right. So with that being said, people get insanely jealous to the point of trying to kill you. I'll just say it that way. And I feel as though there's a lack of apathy with that, you know, like being involved with this Trump thing. You know, I've had to deal with a lot of, you know, negativity. We'll say it that way. A lot of, you know,
have I.
You know, a lot of hostility. You know, people want to hit me with their car. People want to fight me. People want to break into my mailbox. Hey.
Well, somebody tried to dox my job. I've been through it too.
Yep, dealt with discrimination at work. I dealt with that. Doxed, got my information. All been there. I already know. You know, like I said, we in this boat together, and this is why I like this whole. You know, like I'm just like you. Maybe I'm more kind of like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like this perspective of love is what I try to adapt.
I'm not fooling with them anymore. I got to the place because, and it's not saying that I hate my own people. I don't. It's just that I'm not going to let them bring me down. I'm not going to let them bring my kids down. Bottom line. You know, right. My family's still in the hood. My family's still back there. All of them still back there. And I just not too long ago came from home. And the last piece of my relatives both chipped away from me. Both of them passed away. So my whole family is wiped out now. So the family that I do have, and when I mean by family is gone, people that was a family to me, that treated me like I was family, is gone. I got family still back there, but they only family by DNA. And you know, when I do go back, I go back to
come on now,
friends. But let me tell you about friends that you think people you think is your friends ain't your friends. When people wish you ill and wish you down, you never know. I mean, the jealousy is real. I don't go back. When I left the hood 12 years ago, I stayed away. I never looked back. And what was said about me? Oh, you forgot where you come from, and oh, now you think you better than us, and oh, you betray your own people, you a sellout, blah blah. I heard it all, and guess the best one. Oh, you didn't whitewash your kids, and you know what I told him? I damn sure did whitewash my kids. That's why my kids are successful, and I sure did leave. I ain't forget where I come from. I remember crystal clear where I come from. I come from a bunch of from a bunch of people who done nothing but lie, cheat, and steal. That's what we're taught in Baltimore. Lie, cheat, and steal for everything.
Yep.
Lie, cheat, and steal. You think I want my kids to be raised up to lie? My kids is raised up in a Republican home. To work for your thing honestly. Don't look for handouts. But and I'm sorry, and if it sounds offensive, I don't give a damn. But in the black communities, all you are taught is to lie, cheat, and steal.
Can I step in real quick? I have to get ready to go to work, everybody.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, you know, I agree with most of the things you guys are saying. Myself, I was a Democrat most of my life. I still go to the hood because I have a nonprofit. I'm a minister. You know, I stand for God. Like when people ask me,
yes,
who do I support? Trump. I support the gospel of Jesus Christ first. This is who I am in Jesus, and my house belongs to Jesus Christ. I vote according to what fits me as a Christian and what actually doesn't go against Christianity like Obama did. You know, he went against Christianity. Hillary is not with the Christianity stuff. So, you know, everyone, I go back to the hood, and trust me, it is a hard thing, but you know, it's who God has made me be.
It's hard.
It's hard, but hey, I do it. The hood still supports me. I mean, I can go to the hood.
That's what I'm talking about. You're right.
The homies will support.
Well, they don't support me.
They will support my movement in Jesus Christ because they see who I am. They want that now. They're not going to support no.
I take the same approach. She's right.
But they'll support my movement. And I mean, they sell, I know what they do, you know, but I mean, I needed $2,000 to hit the streets one day to pass out care bags over in Ludus Park neighborhood, all this stuff. And they the ones that helped me more than the church did, you know, and I'm part of the church. But that's a sad thing because you got these type of people. And as far as black people go, yes, we are our worst nightmare. And that's why I say, you know, we need to come together with the love of God, because back in the days, just like I hear people always talking about, you know, how blacks were enslaved, we need to start talking about how we were royalty. I think that we need to start enforcing that more than we talk about slavery and how we were held back and stuff, because black people come from a royal family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were kings and queens before they actually were enslaved. And then the blacks need to understand that the Africans sold them first, because some people don't even recognize that. But when a black person does something wrong,
get me started with this.
Like Obama, they condone it. But if a white person does something
did
wrong,
the same thing, right? And I hate to say it like this, not to be fun, not to be rude about it, but I don't think Christians is the worst. It was a set of Christians. It was a set of Christians who tried to ruin my life too.
Bishop
married
woman.
Exactly.
That's a fake Christian right there.
That's a fake Christian.
My last child's father, my little girl's father. We were happily married, and guess who broke us up? His pastor broke us up. He left his family, moved into her home.
Wow.
Yes, I said her home, and was supporting her and paying her bills, and he wasn't giving me anything.
That's fucked up.
With my kids, our kids. But
and
I
that's
still did it. What I had to do for me and mine. And then when I took him down for child support, he tried to get full custody of my daughter. He was trying to fight me for custody of Glory and stuff. He was like, well, we'll do joint, because they knew he couldn't get full because I was established. So he tried to get joint custody, thinking that he wouldn't have to pay child support. But when the mediator told him, it doesn't matter if you have joint custody or not with her, you still have to pay child support.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he gave me full custody of Glory. And the moment he gave me that, I hightailed.
Can I ask you a question, Hope?
When I moved here to Arizona and started a new life.
Can I ask you a question?
And even then, hold on. And even after our divorce was final, He would come visit. He looking and he timing how long he stay. He wanted to stay for. It started off for 2 hours, and the whole time he visiting my daughter, he was on the phone texting with her. She timing him on how long he stay. She even got mad that he wanted to stay the night for the holiday with me and the kids. And then it went from 2 hour visit to an hour visit to 30 minutes to 10 minutes. And then that's when I was like, gotta go. He ain't even trying to be a father to her.
Okay, I completely understand what you're saying. So my question is this. Well, first I'll say this. I have friends that are kind of going through the same shit that you're going through, and some of these dudes are really pieces of shit. You know, they don't give a damn about their kids at all, and it seemed like they fight tooth and nail not to pay straight up. So I'm gonna put that part out there, from personal experience. You know, so I recognize that pattern. On the question I was gonna ask you though is when I got with my baby mama, had my kid. I was about 20 years old. I was real young. I knew I was gonna pay child support. The guy that you were with, I guess you were married.
Yeah, we're married.
How did he not know he wasn't gonna pay child support? Like how did he not know that? Because that doesn't add up in my mind.
Because she had him hypnotized, and then when I filed for child support, it got real bad. It got to the place she had women come looking for him if he ain't come home a certain time. She had women come knock on my door looking for my husband, and then she had a audacity that had a woman call my house, acting like she was a lawyer, telling me, "Do not contact my husband. Do not text and call my husband." And I'm like, we have a kid together. Like, are you serious? He condoned this stuff.
So I guess what I was trying to say is, I guess maybe he was a little bit ignorant in assuming that he wouldn't have to pay child support for a child. And
you go.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say it nicely, because me being only 20, no, I wasn't married or nothing, but I was very, very young. I knew. And that's all I'm gonna say about that part. But to add on to the fact, yeah, you know, I the same pattern you talking about, just adding that, I see it, and you're right, and I recognize it. So it seemed like, you know, people getting dogged on both ends, and like with black women, you know, they be real cutthroat, trying to take another man, and we know it, but it don't make it right. It's wrong, you know, and all it's doing is just adding to the problem, you know. So I mean, that's all. I'm not disagreeing with you or anything. I just wanted to, you know, say what I guess I'm agreeing with you.
See, me, I don't walk around. Let me tell you what I tell a lot of black women that's bitter. I'm not one of them bitter black women. I don't care who you fall in love with. Mo will tell you that. If you like somebody,
oh, you already know I don't like black women, but I love you.
Preference.
I love my daughter.
I said that's your preference.
I don't like black women, but I love y'all.
That go around bashing black men. Oh, black men ain't shit. Blah blah blah. I don't go through all that. I just simply don't care.
Yeah, you ain't doing all that, right? You ain't a part of that problem.
Like I tell them, I simply don't care. And then a lot of black men getting mad because I don't care that they prefer to be with white and Spanish women outside besides black women. I don't care.
When I say black women, you know what I'm talking about.
That's who you sleep with is your business. That is not my business and my problems.
Amen.
And then on top of, you know, but like I tell a lot of the black women now, let me tell you what I tell them, the ones that do get mad and walk around with bitter and sour puss and stuff. I said, let me tell you something. Bashing the black men is not going to make them want you, honey. That's going to push them further away.
Right.
Why are you sitting here bashing? Bashing for what? Do you think that's going to move him or make him want you? No, it's not.
Make him love you. A black man ain't trying to bust his ass out here to come home to a fight. You damn right.
So, you know, that's what I tell a lot of them.
I think that's any man.
Yeah, but I'm trying to connect it with the culture, you know.
Right.
And
I get it.
I stand by that, you know, because I just feel as though we all been targeted. That's just
What
my.
was that Bible verse about the? It's better for a man to be on a. No, what is a woman that's nagging or something? It's like a dripping roof or leaky roof, or I don't
Hell has
remember.
no fury as a woman scorned. So basically, women are worse than hell. That's what it means to me.
Well, there's something biblical about a woman that is like a scornful, mean woman is like a leaking roof or a dripping roof.
Jezebel.
Jezebel?
Yeah, Jezebel is a spirit. Even men have the Jezebel spirit, but
True.
It's a spirit of lust.
Yes, a spirit of many things. And a lot of people got it. And the only way you're going to identify, I mean, like you said, it's not a black or white thing. It's everyone does this, but addressing the black culture, because for some reason everyone follows the black culture.
Exactly.
I just wouldn't date that black.
I agree with you 100%.
Stop.
So everyone is just like us because they follow us. I mean, to be real 1,000.
I think the black culture was manufactured by the Marxists to pull the black people down first.
Exactly.
I agree, because I think that we're an anchor for power. That's how they use it. We're like a proxy, you know what I'm saying? And then it bleeds out to the rest of society. It kind of worked like that.
Yep.
And when the black people started waking up and seeing what the Democrats are doing, now they're going after their new N-words. They've got illegals to use the same way they used the black people for all these years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to replace us. They just trying to replace us. That's why you see all these abortion rates so high and stuff like that.
But see, this is what. But you know what? The abortion rates been out there for a long time. Look where Planned Parenthood at. They in the black communities.
Yep.
You know, see,
Margaret Sanger.
And I'm only saying it because that stems all the way back from Margaret Sanger and Jim Crow. You know, they didn't want black folks around. But when I'm saying to you, like I try to tell a lot of black folks, I said, listen here, why are you supporting organization that's designed to exterminate us, to depopulate us? Because see, let me tell you something. When she came up with that organization, she thought that it was a quick way to depopulate us. But what she didn't realize is that blacks and whites was gonna mix together. So now we still overpowering the world, right? The country right now. We still overpowering because of all the mixing. So guess what? When a black man having a baby with a white woman, or when a white man having a baby with a black woman, guess what? That baby is not white. That baby is black. Yeah. And in the eyes of pure white people, that baby is the N-word.
Yes.
I think it's in the eyes of the world, just to actually be fair. You know, I don't think it's only I think the left is pushing it to it's the white people, the white people.
I'm not talking about the world. I'm saying period. When why Margaret Sanger, she wasn't thinking straight when she started this organization. She didn't think. She thought that only whites was gonna be together and blacks was gonna be together.
Mm.
She didn't think that whites and blacks was gonna mix. But it tells you just how close-minded she was, because whites and blacks been mixing for years, even during slavery time.
Right. Well, I think I'd have to disagree with you. She was like one of those pastors, I guess, for the KKK, you know. So, you know, she was giving the sermons and that stuff, and I think she might have anticipated that happening, and I think that's the reason why we still have Planned Parenthood. And when you actually look at their advertisements and stuff, I might be wrong, but I believe that they target, the black community. It's like
that's exactly what I just said.
What I'm saying is, I think she anticipated, of course, there's going to be mixing and stuff like that. But I think she used Planned Parenthood as a way of stopping that after she died, because she said, okay, we know they're going to do that, but what we can do is we can still try to target their communities, and hopefully it'll work over time.
But it never worked. I mean, because we still populating. We may not be full-fledged black, but we still populating.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying to you.
So
Margaret
basically,
Sanger
I never
not
said
only
that it wasn't a target for blacks. It was a target for blacks. But what I was saying is she wasn't banking on, and I put my money on she wasn't banking on that a lot of blacks and whites was going to mix the way they did.
Margaret Sanger not only hated the black community, but she hated poor whites too. She did not like Irish. It was to get rid of. She looked at them all the same. Poor white Irish person was no different than a black person. They were all slaves too, so she didn't care about either the blacks or the poor whites.
But she didn't. But her statement, she didn't make a statement about poor white folks though. She said strictly black folks.
She did. I read her all her stuff, and she looked down on them as much as she did the black people.
Oh, okay. Well, then why everybody leaving that piece of information in? I didn't know that.
Well, people are also leaving out the fact
tearing down her hatred towards black folks. I didn't know she had hatred towards. This is what I'm saying. That's the piece of information that needs to be out there.
Right.
If you're gonna put information out, put the whole thing out. Now, see, I didn't know that part. I learned something today.
People don't read. People don't even know, like, a lot of these black people that are supporting all these illegals, and even these white people supporting illegals, they don't realize that the 14th Amendment was not written for anybody except descendants of slaves. The slaves, their children, their grandchildren are all citizens. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And people don't even know that. They're not even reading this stuff right. They're listening to what mainstream media has to say about it, which is a lie.
Right.
But like what Hope was saying,
here's a lie.
Hope, like what you were saying, I agree with to a certain extent, because Watts, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Watts, California. There was a Watts riot back in the late 60s, early 70s, and it was aimed and directed to black people. This was not aimed to white people. This was aimed to black people. And because black people didn't have boats or planes to ship any cocaine over here. And it actually destroyed the minds of many. With Family Planning Associate in the mix of all that, where Maxine Waters is supposed to be supporting the area, but she doesn't support the area. These things happen, and it was aimed towards the black people. See, certain things are aimed. Even though we all go through our ups and downs and difficulties of time, black men were aimed to destroy the black man's mind, so he couldn't be leaders in his home because he was on cocaine. Yeah, that's how the destruction came about. It wasn't aimed towards white people, because see, white people had the good crack. We had the crack that was mixed with baking soda, because I used to make it and boil it and do it myself back in the 80s. So I know what that was about, because I experienced the lifestyle of what crack babies come from. That's why we have a lot of problems in California with liberal-minded people and stuff like that, because they come from a background that was aimed to destroy the black community in Watts, California. And that grew from Watts all over California. I mean, it was aimed towards black people. So there's certain things, and I do agree, everyone's been a slave of every color. But when it comes down to the black community, the black culture of people from the past, they were degraded. They were tied to horses. They put that man, tied him to 2 horses from his wrists to his ankles in front of his family, to put fear in his family, and whoop the horse to tear the man from part to part. He was in half. So, to be real about it, the black culture, that's why we need to pick ourselves up, and not trying to make it a separation thing, but I'm making it that we need to have unity within ourselves before we can sit up and have unity with other people. How can we love a white person and we don't love black people? We are who we are. We come from a black culture. And
that's why I can't let go.
I understand that. And see, I understand that. But when I try. I'm sorry, but my comfort zone is around the white culture. That's my comfort zone. Because guess who been there for me and who supported me through everything in my career?
I can't be around Negroes. I can't be around Negroes.
The white culture did that for me.
I hear you, but I think it's more about balance. I go back and forth. I completely.
I don't go around none. I don't go around.
You don't understand. I really do. I know what you mean. I know exactly where you're coming from, but I just kind of.
Guess what? Where everybody want to keep always highlighting about white cops killing our black men and whites killing the men killing our black men. What about the black men killing black men?
Yep.
The men in my family, died at the hands of another black man.
Yep. I agree with that.
Yeah, had the same
I'm so
problem
sick
too.
of hearing all the hypocrisy. I just
Well,
don't
it's
want
the
to hear.
left. It's the left. It's the mainstream media that's pushing it. So we already know that evil always projects. So they're the ones that are perpetuating it.
I don't want to hear what the hell the white folks do. Don't tell me what white folks do when there's been nothing. See, this is my feelings. I'm only going by my experience. I can't speak for everybody. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for Hope Coleman. I tell everybody, don't tell me a damn thing about somebody being racist, about Trump being racist, or about the Republican Party, this and that. I don't want to hear that shit when it been nothing but white, black folks who brought nothing but misery to my life, who tried to tear me down and try to fuck my kids' life up. I don't want to hear all that.
I got you, but you know what? See, like, okay, for example, you know, when I go into those type of, we'll call it conversations, you know, I bring up the fact that Trump upgraded Martin Luther King's monument into a historical site. So actually, it got, you know, federal funding, and it's actually being taken care of much, much, much better than what it was. So that's something that makes people blink, and they say, oh, you know, and maybe you could try that. But I'm just saying, like, I go back and forth. That's it. I'm not trying to argue with you.
I mean,
blank for what? Blank for what? I support Trump.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about when you talk to other people.
Oh, I just tell them don't when they come, I give them what they give me. Now, if you give me a respectful conversation, then I'll give you one. But if you try to tear me down or chastise me for my life decision, that becomes a problem.
Right. That's where I'm at with you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you want to sit up there and act like that that blacks is hunky dory when they ain't.
Right.
Niggas ain't nothing to me. I'm being honest with you. I don't like being around niggas, and I don't.
I don't either. I don't like being around.
I love being around black folks. I love the Hope. I love the Angie.
And around my comfort zone.
I can't ride
in the white culture. That's my comfort zone.
Niggas.
I understand. I say that.
I didn't grow up in the
I don't
so
go
I don't
to a
have
movie
anything to
theater.
offer.
I go to the suburb because niggas talk going through the movies. I can't do that. I'm not yelling. Shut the hell up. No.
I party at
enjoy my movie.
I party. I don't even go to the black clubs. I go to the white.
Latinos too. Y'all a trip too.
I don't like being around Latinos either. I don't like to be around nobody but
you got white trash too.
That's just me.
I'm gonna come see Hope. Hope. One day I'm coming to your state, and you gonna hang around this black woman right here.
Rocks.
I'll hang with you.
You're gonna hang around this black woman right here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be on my hog. I'm riding my Harley all the way where you are because I ride.
Corporate in the house.
I'll hang with you, mama. I'll hang with you.
Corporate in the house.
You make an exception. Mo makes an exception. I hang with Mo.
Yeah, we pick, man. Come on now. We got, man, that's my sis, man.
I hung with Mo.
Before we even done videos together, we've been like day one, ride or die. You dig?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to, you know what? It's
oh no, when I say I don't like black women, I ain't talking about her.
You talking about them ratchet assholes? I know.
I'm talking about the ratchet asshole. I'm talking about the ratchet asshole.
Yeah, Mo, dang.
I'm talking that big old tree.
You know what though? This is what I have to say. You know, I have to say this because my flesh always has it has its way.
But it is these ratchet holes.
But with the love of God, I say this because I know we're live, and I know people that know me, I have to stand for who I am.
Yeah, man, it was a hole.
Listen, Mo. With the love of God, I love everybody. You know, I love all of you on here. I love people that hate me. That's just where I am now because I've had cancer twice.
Likewise. Oh, I ain't got cancer.
I just went in remission a month ago. And,
Amen.
I had a mild stroke, about 7 years ago. And I mean, I've been through a lot, but it's like life is so short. I don't have time to really hate anybody. I hate what they do, as the word says, hate the sinner, but not the person. And sometimes we just got to remember what Jesus said on the cross to his Father. They know not what they do because some people really don't understand and they really don't know what they're doing is wrong.
That's why I can't let go of the Black community. I agree with you. I view life through the same lens.
I pray for everybody. I love all y'all. It's always good. I hope I get you on a show with me, a live with me. I've been trying to get with Hope. All of you guys, man. I like to get a live on my page because I get a lot of feedback from my Facebook more than I do on YouTube because I haven't started YouTube. So I really
we just got to work out our work schedules and stuff. Because I'm starting a new schedule. I'm transitioning into my new position and stuff.
Oh, congrats!
I still kind of go back and forth. I still work as a PCT 2 days a week, and I work as a lab assistant 2 days a week. So because I'm in training,
right?
So the hospital let me do both for now, while I'm still training on stuff in the lab. And then I'll transition all the way over to the lab. But then I'm thinking they actually saying that I could stay pool like I am at the hospital where I make my own schedule. It was like I could stay pool and do both. I could do both positions. Like if I want, like I could still keep my PCT position. So if I want to make some extra money, I can work full at the lab and still keep my PCT position. So if I want to make some extra money, I can work as a PCT right along with my lab assistant position.
Oh, okay.
So
congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Congrats, Hope. Hey, shout out to you, Hope, man. Hope is an inspiration in my life. I'm gonna tell everybody that, man. Hope, man. Hope is gangster. And she been putting in work. I'm say it like this.
All right, y'all. I gotta go. My son's out of school now, but hey, I love all y'all. This was real.
Hey, we gotta link up, man. Hey, I'll let me, man. You got my number
for sure.
I got you, but hey, I appreciate this really, man. This was a pretty good experience. So God bless all y'all. And
God bless,
you too, brother. Always a pleasure.
All right, bye.
Deuces, man. All right, holla back. All right, we got 3 people. Look, now
I didn't get to say bye to him. I couldn't get to the unmute button fast enough.
I'm offended. I got 3 women with 1 man. I'm offended. Y'all feminists. Y'all feminists. I'm offended. No.
This has been a good conversation, though.
It has. This is what, man. Yeah. It's been good. I'm loving it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good to see you. Look, last time we did a live video, it was on Facebook.
I know. Yeah, that's the first time I was able to do a show with Angie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I usually join and watch all of Hope's stuff, but I haven't been online as much on Facebook because I keep getting banned because I like to post stuff too much that they find offensive.
Yeah. Girl, yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't understand why they banned sweet little Angie.
You ain't shit, Hope.
Well, I had a third account. 2 of my accounts was banned at the same time. One just got out of jail, and the other one is still in jail right now.
Hope officially passed me up. I remember Hope never been in Facebook jail. First 6 months, we was talking, right? All of a sudden, I'm in Facebook jail. It's like, bro, this is how I do it. All of a sudden, you been in Facebook. Look, you passed me all of a sudden. Boom, 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 boom. They own you.
They own me like fleas on a puppy.
Look, they hate you. See that one video you made with the look. You had to look almost 2 million views on my fucking video. I'm cussing. I didn't mean to say that. But,
oh,
man, I ain't trying to cuss.
Oh, you talking about the border one, right?
Yeah, the borderline. I said the F word. I'm trying to be cool on my channel. Dang it.
The border video. Yeah, well, I got death threats and everything from that thing.
Yeah, they was always like,
and guess what? I still laughed in every last one of them everybody's face, because like I tell everybody, I say I don't fear nobody but God. If it's my time to go, then it's my time to go.
Yep.
I'm not gonna walk around in fear and looking over my shoulders and worrying about who's gonna do what to me.
Yep.
I wanted to say hi, Nuna. I haven't been reading the chat.
It's good to have Angie back over here. I ain't seen you since
Hi,
Facebook.
Kathy. I know. I've been really busy. And then with all the, what do you call it? Autoimmune issues I have. And I'm finally getting to the point where my back's not bothering me as much. I have children over here wrestling, but
And illegal have hidden you. Look, you have not told that story on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. My bad.
Would you like me to truncate it?
No, you want to talk about it? Talk about it. I believe talk about it. Shoot.
Grace said, you okay to talk about it? Because I heard that story and that broke my heart.
No, she good. She's strong.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It broke my heart, but let's break some more hearts. Get people to listen. Shoot.
I'm telling you, I'm about to hit Hope. I'm telling you, when I plan to go see Hope, we're gonna be live.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
I'm in the middle of cooking and stuff, so I feel like better about truncating it because I don't remember like I get distracted easily, and I have my little people running back and forth.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to start with that, other than I was 8 months pregnant, trying to get to Wendy's to have my French fries and my chocolate frosty because I had a craving. And on my way there, I get hit by this guy speeding. I'm making a left turn. He's going straight, and he basically T-bones me almost head on, but I got really broken up. I mean, really, really broken up. Broke C4 through C8. I was immediately paralyzed. Broke all my ribs. Wow. Broke a few bones in my back. The guy totally knocked my engine block off, totaled his vehicle, which was the one he had borrowed, took off running. I'm like sitting in this smoking car. This is a weird part. I'm not sure whether to tell this part of the story or just keep moving on with the so-called facts. But anyway, something took me out of the van before the guys got there to try to cut me out because they couldn't. At first, they couldn't get my door open, but somehow, I don't know if there were people. I don't know what happened, but I was taken out. Someone held me until the ambulance got there. But my baby had died.
Oh.
It's a really messed up story. Both of us basically died because I had started bleeding internally into my lungs. I couldn't breathe, passed out. I come to. I'm in the ambulance. They're asking me, where do you want to go? Because we're getting ready to take you off. We were getting ready to just take you to the major center, but since you're conscious, where do you want to go? And I just said wherever, because they said that a guy that was a passenger in the other vehicle is messed up too, but not as bad as me. But since I'm the victim, they were going to give me a choice of where to go. But anyway, I went through all of that. I found out while I'm still in the hospital recovering that they found the guy that hit me. They chased him down by the vehicle. There's an illegal that owned a business that hired this guy. They put him in jail. The guy stays in jail for a while. I can't give you exact details or dates because I'm not looking at anything, but he stays in jail. There's this group called People Without Borders that bails this guy out. He disappears before he ever has a court date. I'm still in, I think I was in rehab by then, but see, my story is all choppy because I'm not looking at, I need an outline because my brain hops around with thoughts that way, because I don't know if you guys want to know about my physical stuff or about just the get through the story or, but anyway, the guy that hit me, he's disappeared and back into circulation somewhere, and I don't know where he's at. But me physically, I've gone through, I don't like to say I've gone through HELL for the past 3 years, but basically I have. The baby and I both survived. They brought us both back. She had a stroke because she had went without some oxygen and a lot of blood loss, but she recovered after about 1.5 years. Me, I've had several surgeries with my fusing my spine and putting titanium in my spine and had my spine stabilized. So after about maybe almost a year and a half, I was up walking like without assistance, because before that, I could walk before surgery, but I had to use a walker, and it was more like I was balancing my body on the walker and trying not to fall. I didn't have any sensation from the neck down even when I walked until after they did the surgery to decompress my spine. After they unsquished my spinal cord, it wasn't severed, right, and they decompressed my spine, I started being able to actually move my body. Like before, I was moving it like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I moved my body by kind of slinging myself around, because I had control of my torso before I got control of my limbs. And I moved myself that way. I was determined to not let people do all of my care. So when I had physical therapy and occupational therapy, it's like, okay, what do you want to do today? I want to brush my teeth. I don't want anyone to brush my teeth. Help me brush my teeth. So, I had my goals, but my ultimate goal before I left hospital was to walk and be able to take care of myself. And even though I was still paralyzed, technically, I was getting myself around without using a wheelchair in my home. So I could not depend on someone moving me, because I couldn't stand that. I couldn't stand it in the hospital. I couldn't stand people feeding me. I didn't want anyone, wiping my hiney. I didn't want any of that stuff. I'm like, I got to take care of myself. I'm independent. And that was like, to me, the worst thing I ever gone through was totally depending on someone else for all your care. And that's where you're stuck in your body and you can't control anything. And everyone else has to do everything for you. And no one hears you. When you're telling people things, when you're in that position, for some reason, they think that because your body can't move, that your brain is not working either. So, hold on a second, my son. They think that your brain doesn't work either. So they will come in your room and they talk in front of you about your care. And when I would try to interject, well, I would like to do this. No, I don't want to be on heparin anymore. I'm tired of these, whatchamacallit, I forgot what they're called, on my legs. Can you try something different? It was like, how dare this person have an opinion about her care? I'm in here, I'm the doctor. Just, it's like, they came and they're doing all this stuff to me and around me. And, oh, any questions? Are there any questions? Because I'm babbling on now.
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Okay. Because my brain works that way. I kind of spider web. It's like I have a thought.
No, go ahead and do that. That's why I leave it up.
And I really sound erratic, but in my mind, it all connects somehow. But not everyone follows me. And I've been told that, okay, I was following you, but you dumped me off at that last train and you haven't come back and picked me up. So if there's any questions or somewhere I stopped and need to ask, and I'm not looking at chat right this second because I'm working on another pizza. So
look, I'm not looking at chat either. I'm kind of like,
okay.
I'm listening to you.
I know that someone said hi to me on there, and I know someone may be asking questions, but I can't see it right this minute. But
hey, why do you think I invited you on here? Because I love your voice.
Thank you.
We have some fans on Facebook, Angie.
Yes, I haven't talked to you in a while on Facebook. Like I said, I keep getting banned because I'm very vocal. I've been told I'm hateful because of what I went through, but I don't feel that way at all. I really, truly love everybody. But I grew up with you follow rules and you just do. And that if there's some rule that's inhumane, that's one thing. But following the law as far as our borders is not inhumane. I speak Spanish. These people who are coming here, I watch Spanish TV. They're not coming here because of necessarily poverty or because they need asylum.
You're Nigerican then. You're Nigerican.
You know why they're coming here? This is exactly what they said. That they say El Señor Trump is making all of this jobs for us. So we need to come and make money and do well for our kids. And you know that we will get free stuff so we can send back money home and bring more people. And their goal is to take over, period. And you hear my little one, my miracle child, she wanted me to hold her. She's over here. She's 3 now. She looks completely unaffected. by the whole ordeal. I still have, I wouldn't call it paralysis, but I have paresthesias where there's still parts of my body I do not feel because of the nerve damage from when my neck was broke and my spine was smushed. It was never severed because they said if it was severed, I would never be able to walk and I'd never have any feeling. But I do now feel my fingers. I had, back in July, this random couple saw me walking. And I guess I had pain written all over my face. And they told me that God said to come pray for you. So I let them pray for me, and they prayed for me for about an hour. And immediately I felt the tips of my fingers. I have not felt the tips of my fingers since the accident. I used to burn myself all the time. I cooked all the time. Like even now I'm making pizzas for the family. Couldn't feel my fingers. But she's kissing me. That was the first time I'm like, whoa, my fingers. But I just noticed a couple of days ago, I can feel parts of my palm. I still don't feel the center. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Right now, I'm chilling. How y'all doing? I'm here.
Hey, I see you.
You see me, everybody. Y'all see me. Y'all want to see some reaction tonight. It's time for reaction.
I don't want to get back on yet because I've had this hat on and need to comb my hair, and I'm in here sweating over a hot oven with all these pizzas. I'm making 6 at a time because last time I made 4 and my husband said, that's not enough. It's like I need to make a pizza per person. So don't do that, guys.
You know what? It feels so good right now to have 3. Look, I'm looking at y'all, 3 strong women on here right now.
Yes.
Angie, Rita, and Hope. Y'all some strong women. Y'all.
Did you call me a dirty Rican? You Mo.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh.
I'm saying you have strong women.
Tiny.
Strong women on here.
Yes.
Strong on here. No. We can't have women on here.
Yes.
Some goddamn truth.
Because you know what? Speaking of another subject I were talking about, like as far as racism's concerned, I didn't grow up with racism, never had it. But under Obama, like maybe in 2012, when the first time that I publicly said something against him, I felt that since he moved in, I read the whole book that he wrote. And I kept telling people then, this guy's not who he says he is. And it's like, shut up. It's a black president. We'll take him no matter what. And then in 2012, when they were voting for him again, I was trying to get people to not vote for him. That was when I experienced something, but people didn't want to call it racism because it was black people that were attacking me, and so-called black people can't be racist. So it's like, what do you call it if they're not racist and how they're treating me is racist? What is it?
Yes.
So that was the first time in my life I've ever experienced what I would call racism, but what can I call it if they're black people?
I hope your mic is off.
They is racist. They are.
Bring it. I'm waiting for you. Come on.
Black folks is racist, and so is Hispanics.
Oh, I can tell you about Hispanics. Hispanic people do not like black people. They do not like dark people. I've been to Mexico. I don't know how many times. They give all of their dark-skinned Indian, dark brown Mexicans get the dirty jobs, and then all of the Spanish white-skinned Mexicans get the good jobs, and they don't treat them right. And there's certain parts of town you don't go in Mexico because they'll tell you, they call them the negritos, and there's like different other names they call them. They put them down there.
Real talk.
Let me tell you about when my son was dating a little Mexican girl, right?
Yes.
So all right, they already judged my son because he was black, so they thought he was a ghetto rat, right? Until he opened his mouth. And then when he opened his mouth, cause my son is on college level. So he can't, so it just flows out. So when he trying to talk to them or whatever like that, and they realize, and he using words because he's college level. And they was like, what did that mean? He said, I'm sorry, do I need to dumb it down for you? My son cocky, I can tell you that. So then, so they already knew he wasn't a ghetto rat, right? So when they brought him home they seen that my son live in a nice neighborhood in a big home, you know, a nice home and everything. And then it went from, you know, he a nigger to he's whitewashed and jealous of my son's life now. And it's
Yep.
like,
Not the GR that gave me flag. GA.
Hey, you know what I say? I say NICKEL.
Right.
Nickel. Say
yeah,
nickel.
sorry about that. Sorry,
Nickels
I didn't
and
mean to say
dimes.
it out loud like that, but
Say nickels, dimes, and quarters.
it went from calling him an N-word to him being whitewashed, and you know, and it was like they were jealous of my son's life. So, but the little girl, but they ain't stop her from coming. They couldn't stop her from coming. So then they would find little excuses to punish her and everything for every little thing. But her brothers, they never stepped to my son though. They knew they couldn't do it because you know my son, his best friends, some of his best friends are Mexican, and you know they have each other's backs and stuff. And you know what's so crazy? Some of them thought that I hated them. They said, "Your mom support Trump," because I got a big old Trump flag in my house, right? I'll show y'all. Hold up. I'll take the camera off so you can
Lovely.
see.
I wouldn't be allowed to put something like that out.
I can't let y'all see me. I'm in my bonnet. So
I know.
look a
I've
mess.
got a hat on and a ponytail trying to roll out pizza.
Hold on, let me see if I turn
Shit, I ain't took a bath all day. I got my hat off. I look like hell.
All right, so this
See,
my
I
house.
need to cut up 6.
See?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, y'all be kidding me out.
I like it.
I love this.
That's
I live
awesome.
for this. I love it.
I like all those flags. That's awesome.
I love arguing. I love with disagreement. I love that.
See, my son and them put the Christmas tree up early.
All right, Hope.
Mom, can you get my butt? Mommy?
Y'all there?
I'm there.
I'm
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
there.
so
I'm
when
here.
they
I'm trying to cut parchment paper.
So when they seen my flags up, right, they say, "Your mom hate a Mexican," and he like, "No, it's not like that." So then they were surprised when I gave him a hug and stuff, like welcome, you know, what's your name and stuff. He like, you know, it kind of like changed their perspective a little bit about Trump supporters, because I said we don't hate Mexicans. I don't hate anybody. I just don't feel that it's right for you to come over here illegally.
Right.
You know, and given that my mom was an immigrant too. My mom wasn't born here in America. She wasn't born and raised here. She was born in Jamaica. My mom's Jamaican, and you know when she came here, she was a little young, but she went through middle school and high school here in America, and you know she had a green card. So, who in the world is that?
So, Hope, since your mom is
Hold
Jamaican,
on.
right? Since your mom is Jamaican, right?
I'm
I'm gonna come down.
Oh my
and
God!
give me some jerk chicken. I need some jerk chicken.
Should I get them?
No, they fine.
Okay. I'm looking for a Hope. Is there a Hope home by any chance?
I'm here.
You're Hope?
Yes.
Hi, Hope. My name's Maya. I'm here in your neighborhood today talking to registered voters. And
Is that a liberal?
I'm here to stop you by because you feel
Yes.
So,
Oh, I said
the
that.
provisional ballot, that's great. I'm so happy that you voted and it really
Sorry,
matters.
Right.
In order for this
I
vote to
just
actually be
said what I said.
counted, we need you to come to the county recorder's
They
office
came in
and
my
verify
neighborhood
your
too,
identity.
trying to get me
Okay.
to vote.
Are you aware of this?
Where
Democrat.
which one
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to?
Awesome.
These liberals, they try to force their shit on
We
you.
can actually take you there right now if that's
Oh, get ass.
We're driving people back and forth.
Where is it at? Cause I gotta get my son. I gotta get my daughter off the bus.
Yeah.
I'll go as soon as I pick her up.
Really? Awesome.
But hold on. Is this the to help with the whole cinema and McSally thing?
Can we get a live on her?
That's who I'm for. McSally.
Explain a little logic.
So yes, I'll definitely go down there and help.
Sorry, y'all.
If that gets Miss Sally in the office, I'll definitely go down. So where is it at?
It's going to be at one of these locations right here.
Okay, these are not far from me. So, and I got till 5 o'clock to get there.
Hey, get her ass.
Thank you. I'll be right up there.
No problem. Thank you so much.
So when I'm filling out another ballot or something?
No, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna bring another form of ID.
Oh my God, the Lord
just to ensure that it's you, essentially. So a provisional ballot,
that's a liberal.
But provisional ballots is that they put them in a box.
Sure,
unless like this.
Okay.
And so,
like, oh my God, Mo, her name is not Becky.
I know.
I still think it's super
That's
important.
pure liberalism.
Right.
And so, because everybody's voice matters. And so, what you need to do is you need to bring an ID.
Let that
perhaps if you don't have
shit
a photo ID,
let her know she on Candy County.
utility bill or something like
So
that.
bring my ID and my utility bill.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll bring my.
You want to act illegal?
Well, I'll bring it all.
Yeah.
Tell her you
If that
illegal.
help
Let's see what you say.
Helps Miss Sally get in.
Tell her you don't matter Republican.
Then I'll definitely do that.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
For voting, and I hope that you have a great day.
You
Oh my God.
Come on, Momo. Get your.
Oh, shit, no, I'm pissed. That's a pure liberalism right there.
All right, have a good one.
Oh shit, get her ass.
Don't
get me started. You got me all riled up. Sorry, you got me.
I did get her ass, so I gotta be somewhere. As soon as my daughter get off the bus, I gotta be somewhere. Cause if this helps McSally get in the office, I'm gonna make sure I get down.
But who was that chick though? Who was that chick?
She was a Democrat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would have treated that ass. I would have treated her ass right there.
Nah, for what though? Why?
A pleasure.
I'm not gonna make our party look bad.
Oh,
come on.
I know. You're right. I get paid sometimes. I get paid.
Well,
lucky I won there.
Well, I'm sure she was triggered when she saw my flash because I opened my door.
Yes.
I opened my door and I should have took the camera off. I wasn't thinking, y'all.
But they're trying to force their belief on us. That's fucked up, right? Oh, I'm trying not to cuss, but that's messed up.
But you heard what I said, right?
I heard that.
I said, "Oh, is this for McSally and Cinema?" So why the fuck are they sitting around saying that Cinema won if they still getting votes to see who what? So okay, so yeah, I will be I gotta put some clothes on, and I gotta head on over there to go verify my vote and stuff, because I'm not gonna let them get away with that.
Hell no.
Because I want Miss Sally in the office. If this helps Miss Sally, then I'll get Miss Sally in. Is that Uber?
Yep, Uber.
I wasn't freaking thinking. I forgot to take the camera off, y'all.
Hold on, Uber just text me. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get Uber here right now. I got his email right here. Let me get his email right here. Oh, get Jimmy J on here. What's up, Uber guy? Hold on, let me get Uber guy shit on here right now. He's probably on the Uber right now talking shit. That's Uber guy. What's her Uber guy? Where you at?
Yeah, I know that, and that's something I noticed. She did change it. I need ID and all this stuff. I'll bring ID. I'll bring whatever the fuck I need to bring to make sure McSally get in the office. Well, you see, I didn't hide what I was.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pretty sure she was shocked that I'm black and that I support the Republican Party and that I support McSally. Because I bust my door wide open. I let her see
who got this picture
and what party I'm with. So she knows.
Hold on, I'm trying to get Uber out here right now. He just texted me. I'm trying to get it.
I wasn't thinking straight, y'all. I should have I should have had the camera on. I wasn't thinking.
Bro, that's what I was like, get the camera on. Oh, come out. This stuff would have been viral. What? You know what? Look, we actually edit this right here. We got some
sister bought it for me earlier. Where's all your damn money?
Huh? Hold on one second.
To work too.
Dude, we gonna need black people on here. They're gonna think we racist. I got Uber now. We got Uber guy. We got Mr. Reader. We got Angela Warren, Hope Cohen, Maurice Delk. We got nobody niggas on here.
I can be the token for everything. I'm so mixed.
They're gonna think if the cans come, they get you. They don't hang you.
Uber.
What
up, Hope? What up, my G? What up? What up? What's good, Raider?
What's up, Uber?
Oh, y'all. What's happening?
All right, y'all. I gotta get ready to get up out of here because I'm
some
gonna make
money.
sure these
I'm still
damn people know where I stand at and stuff. Now, you know, so I'm gonna get off of here.
Hey, how let me go? If you want to do a live video on here, let me know.
I'm gonna go to this location.
I'm cutting dough balls.
We gotta go. Which Goodyear and Litchfield Park both is close by me, so I'm gonna head on over there. And
hey, you missed the Uber. We had Prometheus on here.
Prometheus, what up, Pro?
No, he
I don't think I've ever talked to Uber before. I just follow him.
It was funny. He was home. They had a little, you know what I'm saying, disagreement on it. It was funny though. It was cool.
Shut up, Mo.
I gotta walk around. I ain't got no signal. Let me walk over a little bit.
I mean, it was more it was more on before you start trying to trash black women.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, no one wants trashing black women.
I didn't see him as doing that. I think he was just saying some.
I had to put a perspective on him that, I could have, I experienced almost the same as his, just the opposite team. And I could have easily said, I don't want to deal with black men no more and stuff like that. But I never gave up on my black man.
Hold up. Who dissing with black women? What happened? What did I miss?
No,
I didn't see it as him saying it with all women. I saw him as saying it that was his experience with some stuff he went through. I never see people taking it unless they say all. I didn't hear him say all. I heard him say, "This is my experience."
No, he did say black women.
So he didn't say all.
That was generalizing.
But he didn't say all.
He didn't say some either.
No, he didn't say some or all. He didn't say some or all.
But he kept saying black women, black women, black women.
Right.
So I'm like, well, wait a minute now.
Hey, but I always say black women.
Mo, I'm gonna come in and slap you upside your face.
I say black women.
That's all right. Uber. We meet Uber in Vegas next month for his birthday, right? Uber.
Hey, Uber on that Black Love 2 stuff, so I ain't mad at him.
I can't hear. What?
I ain't mad at you, Uber.
Say it again. Yeah, I can't hear.
I just be talking shit.
No, I said Uber. We still meeting for Vegas?
Yeah. It's breaking up. Hold on one second. I make it.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, what you doing later on, Hope?
Can y'all hear me now? Can
Hey, Hope.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing later on?
I ain't doing. I'm gonna be home.
Hey, I can do a live video with you later on. And let me know a good time for you.
Hold on one
shit.
I can't hear nothing. It sounds like robot everything.
Well, what I'll do, I'll call you, Mom, when I get back in the house.
Hey, how let me
This is worse.
I'm gonna finish up my food, then I'm gonna go up here to the spot. And take my ID, whatever they need to identify myself so they can count my vote.
Yep, do that.
And go from there.
Hey.
Well, I'm getting a little mad now because where's the Republican parties at? They should be doing the same damn thing.
We're so divided. That's where we at. We so divided.
Make some posts out about that.
Oh, we doing that shit in Georgia right now. Shit. I'm about to hear Lucretia up and everybody. I think they stopped though. They trying to take Georgia away.
Yep.
You got the game all the way fucked up. What did I miss though? Now I think I can hear y'all.
The Democrat rep came knocking on my door. Huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep. They used this.
Oh, I would have loved that. They need to come knock on my door. I would love it. Because they be swearing you were a Democrat when they come to you.
That open society is always in my head.
But I know that woman had a shock on her face when she seen I was black and that I was a Trump supporter and a Republican.
Yeah.
She looked shocked. I wasn't thinking, y'all. I forgot to put the camera on.
Damn.
Oh,
Cause she kind of shocked me when she knocked on the door. Like, who the hell? Cause you know, I was like, who the hell is that?
You dig?
For the wrong. That shit, especially after the video I just saw. God.
Uber still December, right? Y'all gonna be you guys still coming in Nevada, right?
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm waiting on Ricky. Ricky just he disappeared. I don't know where he at. He might be in the chat.
Hey,
what part?
We gotta kick it again.
Huh?
Damn right.
When we kicked it in the more, me and you, we had a blast.
Oh, that shit was epic.
We just kicked it, man.
So, hey, Mo and Uber next year, y'all. How about we all get a room together, all three of us?
Right. Why not? Start our own rally.
Fuck it.
We should start our own shit.
I was gonna say Tommy gonna do another more, right? How you talking to him, Mo?
Yep.
Yeah, they already.
So when Tommy do another more, we'll go down. We can go down there.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's pet that ahead of time. Goddamn it, shit. I know you
definitely. This time, let's get our hotel rooms.
But don't forget about CPT on the phone.
No, your ass coming too, goddamn it.
No.
You'll come to mother. We gonna kick it.
Bring the strap too, damn it.
Hold up.
Fuck you.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, my nigga.
No, dead somebody that came with us had the strap. We on YouTube. I'm dead ass too. Somebody had the strap. They let me know. You might know who I'm talking about, Mo.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You gotta say strap.
I found that shit out last week. I was like,
look,
oh shit.
And you say you like being on Facebook Live. Look, I've been on Facebook for like years. The way I used to. You do it a lot better. But they just flagged Legal Latino Heat. For the first time in his life, he got flagged for 9 days. He do a live video for like 90 days. And all he was doing having comedy, talking crazy. Like, damn. So you never been flagged or Uber on YouTube?
Why is my signal so?
Hey, Hope, you never been flagged on YouTube yet either.
I got flagged.
No, not yet.
Not yet. They get you. Oh my God.
I got flagged. Flagged my. It wasn't him, but it was his movie. I played it once. I did. I got
They flagged you.
I can't hear nothing you said. What you said?
They'll flag you. Look, they flagged me like 4 times. They shut my channel down. I pretty got my channel back. I called.
They got mad at you yesterday, Mo.
It's a few tricks, man.
I got 3 strikes before.
I learned like some of them tricks from Star.
I put some clothes on. Did y'all go and verify y'all vote chat?
Anybody verify their votes?
Wait, who make it? Hold up. Let me see. Let me find out. I'm just playing.
Well, that's what she told me. She said I had to go up to the office and bring my forms of IDs.
Even if my vote didn't count.
Yeah, I didn't want that. That's why I needed both of y'all to do that favor for me. Y'all didn't do it. So now the bitch is in the office right now.
Hey, look at that in Wisconsin right now. Scott Walker is not the governor no more. You got Tony Evers.
I had to ring my door.
I'm not being negative, but we screwed. I'm ready to leave Wisconsin now. I'm ready to leave here. This ain't gonna get no better out here. Nope, I'm gone. Bye, Felicia. I'm gone. I can't do it. I gave her hope here, y'all. Sorry. I'm being negative, but I'm gone.
Well, shoot, I'm trying to save my state.
No, this state is dead. It's already the most segregated state anyway. You don't believe it? Google it up. Google it up.
Hey, if y'all go on later, hit me up, Mo. I'll take my break at work. I'm about to head in.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll holler at you.
All right, Rita. Love you, girl.
Love you guys.
Deuces.
I tried to invite Tiny, but she probably at work.
All right, Mo, I gotta head out, bro. I'm gonna go take care of this business real quick because you know.
Tiny is my peoples.
I gotta get McSally up in his office.
All right. So holler at me later, okay?
All
right. Love.
Man.
All right, we down 3 people, y'all.
Word. Oh shit.
We got Uber guy and we got Angie.
Now it's an Angie sandwich.
I don't know if you know Angie Uber. We go way back.
I think I do.
I follow him, but I don't think I've talked to him in person. On
Facebooker. More than Facebooker.
Yeah,
I know
everything. Facebook,
I know that picture.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter.
Hey, you've been hit by illegals. Illegal.
I got hit by an illegal.
It
was messed up.
What you mean hit?
Like I was driving my van and he was driving a work van and he ran the light. He actually sped up. He told the cops when they found him like a week or so later that I ran. What did he say? He said I pulled out before my light turned green and that he sped up because he had a yellow light and he wanted to make the light, which is not true. The man was so drunk, he didn't even know the light was red for a long time. I never, ever pull out into the intersection like when the light first changes. I'm the person you honk at.
Same.
Because I will look and I'll look and I'll look and I'll look again and then I'll pull out.
I don't play no games.
I don't play games either. I looked out. I saw him right before he hit me. I'm like, oh, boom, it hit me. Wow. Like I said, and boom, it was that fast because I saw it coming.
You know what?
I saw his face.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Get the strap. I'm just kidding.
I still remember his face. He was blitzed.
Dang.
And he didn't get a DUI because he ran. He hit and ran. All he got was empty container, assault and battery, not following the safety rules or safety signals, open container because his car was full of a ton of empty bottles of beer, unsafe movement, like a bunch of junk like that. Right. But he did not get a DUI.
That's good.
You have to have either a breathalyzer or a blood test before 24 hours is up to get a DUI. After that, it's like you got away with it. Like we know he was drunk, but we can't say he was drunk because it's like there's no proof, which sucks.
All right. Hey, y'all. We've been on this live video for like almost 4 hours. I'm gonna keep talking to you, Uber guy and Angie. I'm gonna cut the live video off, everybody, and I'll be back on later on with one-on-one video, and y'all stay online right here. But much love, everybody. You know what? Let's keep making America great again. Let's keep on doing this. You know what I'm saying? Go do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it, y'all. Much love, y'all. Keep America great. All right. All right.
MAGA like a mofo, CAGA like a mofo.